I mean, this also applies to
all right.
it
Say
applies to
hello
all
to
your characters,
Hobbs.
whether or not they were present last session.
Gotta
So you
remove
can-
all 7 ruin from cast. Let's go.
If you do have
Yeah,
someone who's
it's
missing health,
so-
you can instead choose
Can
to.
I reduce the fire by 1?
That's not an
That's
option.
not a bounty, bozo.
That's a windfall.
That's the wrong thing.
You know, removing the pyre is not very easy.
I will certainly.
Actually,
not
it is
Can I
very
make
easy.
progress
We
on a
did it.
project?
No.
There's no project started currently.
We need to
No.
start a goddamn project immediately.
There's nothing for me to do.
We just never established in game that it's a thing.
Thinking of projects?
We need
I
to
have
get
a-
on that.
I have a kid who loves crafts and who makes so many projects.
That's not a
I will
project.
certainly
What's a
not
project?
turn down removing
Making
each
a
ruin
barn.
from
Oh.
I have 5 ruin on
I would assume
a
the
voice
town
and
has at
3
least
health
one
right now.
barn.
Well, yeah, but we need more. We need
More barns?
projects.
My project is
Project
decorating
for
a
the sake
barn.
of project, or
Project for the sake of we all have actions. All of us have wasted bounties so far.
Alright.
Wait, hold on. Cass is irrelevant. Get her underneath Old Man Henderson. We need her hiding from the horrors that are in this world.
Why don't I have Wi-Fi connection?
Did the Wi-Fi ever come back from last night?
Oh, it's like.
No, it's always been shitty.
Well, yeah, of course. It's always been shitty. They have the worst Wi-Fi here.
Okay, so you got recording going, Narwhal?
Yep.
And I'm in the linguistics class.
All right. News comes down the mountain of the kids reaching the top. There is some whispers and hints that some of the kids may or may not have gotten contracts, but, well, it's up to the parents of those kids to reveal to the rest of the town when they're ready.
Oh, so it's like
Until
a gender
then.
reveal party?
Wow.
Until then, there's just rumors with varying accuracy. The next 2 days, the kids are meant to be spent in self-reflection and relaxation. Meanwhile, the Harvest Festival goes on for everyone else.
Oh, no. Are they still on the mountain or no?
They're still on the mountain.
Okay.
Up there with
Virgil Moss.
Virgil Moss.
With the old gay religious figure.
The next morning, everyone wakes up to a light dusting of snow on the village. It is far earlier than usual in the year for snowfall, but this isn't too strange. What is strange is the fact that not a cloud can be seen in the sky. The crops, of course, all have taken to frost, those that are vulnerable to it, so the harvest going into this winter is going to be slightly worse off than was expected. Roll for weather.
What do we roll? We all roll it.
4D10.
No, one person rolls for weather.
Is it you?
What do we roll?
4D10. looks like,
4d10?
Yeah.
with a skill of 3.
Yep.
And add your total morale to the results.
Which is 1.
Because the dice are so tiny.
So that's 1. So that's a full success.
1 success. Yeah.
Sorry, no, that's a 2, which is we suffer misfortune and gain a bounty. Woohoo, another bounty!
Okay.
I mean,
3,
I
4,
won't
5,
turn
7.
down adding healing 1 HP.
I won't turn
onto
down misfortune.
after removing.
I
Yeah,
really like misfortune.
Any character who's missing HP kills an HP
Oh.
as a bounty. And for the misfortune, you know what?
I didn't even get battle scars.
You can all gain 2 ruin for session start.
Oh dear.
Every
We just
character.
got rid of that.
Yep. Every
Uh,
character this session starts with 2 ruin.
Dang.
so just the 2 that we have.
Old
down
Man
here.
Henderson needs to
Sure,
take a
everybody.
single ruin and he can just die.
The kid characters are probably gonna get rid of that ruin later, or maybe not. We just ignore the kid characters for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, to confirm, Once the tower topples, we're no longer allowed to use the tower to mitigate consequences until the tower toppling has been resolved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. So this section, basically.
This was a small tower topple. You might be able to get through this difficulty halfway through this section.
Okay. Alright, everyone, let's derail the session for an hour, and then I'm start. We're just in the back of the circus from now.
Like those old people whose bones ache when the weather's changing. Emma wakes up with ruin and goes.
I mean, makes sense if your bones are because of the cold weather. That would be some room, wouldn't it?
Old man Henderson loved the cold.
He's frolicking.
Except he's also blind and deaf, so he's not doing great. Well, he has cataracts and his hearing is gone.
I don't want to say that about your character, but I also think that he canonically should be clouded, uncanny, concussed, hobbled, and battered.
No, he's not hobbled. He gets around way too well for that.
That's fair.
My man
Everything
is
except for
genuinely a
hobbled.
parkour master.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
What you do?
Nothing.
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 We still got conviction, though. We got this, kids.
I went to look at the options. Soon enough, though, the eeriness of the morning is wiped away under the heat of festival flame and the tread of the entire population of the town going
He's
back to festival. Of course, it's been 2 days in
Yes, that's fine.
festival now, going on third. So, all of the villagers who would have spent this time celebrating with everyone else are in the fields throwing water on the crops, trying to save as much as they can. Of course, for most, it's too late already.
I've been harvesting what's left, not throwing water on. Why the fuck are they? What?
So when frost comes early, something thawing too fast can kill it.
Oh, so they're trying to make it colder.
So throwing water on a plant frosts it without shocking the plant.
Oh.
Right.
Old guy, we need some rain. What god do we pray for rain?
One of the two gods of life. Probably the cold one.
Which one's that?
They don't have names.
I know.
We
Is
have not
it?
assigned the deities names yet.
Yeah, we have their hot eyes.
That's her name.
Do we just are their names just hot water, cold water, and so on?
Well, ice cold is the name of.
I mean, linguistically, it kind of makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Let's make it fancy and call them water cold and water hot. Just kind of reverse the
Ow,
adjective.
water hot.
Just to make it so linguistically we can tell we're not talking about the actual material when we refer to them.
Not the reference I was expecting.
Same. I was not expecting that reference, but yeah.
Okay, where's my document with all the characters? Town,
Oh, you can't have more than two of them.
I know.
village listing.
Does your person genuinely, or are you double statting up?
We're back. That's why I was like, years.
I have two background rolls.
Do you?
Yes. That's what I told you.
That's not what you said.
Yeah.
You said you have 10 or something.
I have two.
And then you didn't explain it at all.
You get 5 are the exact words I
I
said.
didn't hear you say that.
All right. There is something unusual that those who wake up early would notice. Anyone here have characters that'd be up and about early in the morning?
I have a sneaky child.
I have a butler.
I think Nora probably would. Brett probably sleeping in.
Yeah, I think the missionary guy rises.
Rebecca
You get up with
Tries
the
to wake
sun.
up before the sun.
Okay, so a easy meeting place for these characters is around the well, in the center of town. Well, it's a bit off to the side of town. Geographically, it's more biting into an underwater stream from the spring as opposed to being a proper well. Wells don't quite work as they do in other places high up on a mountain slope. It's more just a deep hole that leads down into an underground stream, bringing freshly cooled spring water up to the surface through a bucket. So,
Would be
let's have
highly
all your
interesting.
characters roll into it. Whoever does the best, I will start the scene with.
Can I borrow some dice?
Yeah, my sack is. Yep.
Thank you.
Simon isn't intuiting shit.
It's Rebecca's third best stat.
He's pissed.
You can just kind of dump it out in a pile.
Woo, mama! Critical success.
3.
Yes.
No super crits yet.
Well, I did get a 9.
Partial success for Nora.
Right?
4.
Yeah.
4.
4.
Yeah, that's only.
Not good.
That is.
Yeah, I got
That is
no
a failure.
successes.
Well, it's not a failure. It's 0 successes.
No success.
And then 2 successes.
Okay. So, can I get the names of everyone's characters they're playing right now?
Amon.
Rebecca.
Sorry, one at a time.
Sorry. Amon.
On 3, everyone.
E-M-A-N.
Okay.
Rike. Rike.
No. I spell how I wish. Next.
I just felt it.
Good grief.
I support you.
Rebecca.
Okay.
None of
Nora.
these characters can write.
Nidra.
I feel like Rebecca can write, can't read. She just
Yes, memorizes.
memorizes the words and writes them down later for someone else to read.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the full recall coming in hot.
Just roll 3.
All right.
That's not ideal.
2 people with 4 recall. That'll be interesting.
Let's go. We'll never forget
Know
anything.
all the
Four
things.
N's.
Well, your recall tends to pertain to like a roll. Like when you're recalling something, you usually want to invoke a roll to specify what area of things you can recall, and also tailors how I will describe it that you do recall. So, Rebecca. Rebecca's up early every day.
Yep.
She is heading off to the well before most.
We'll need to get in and out before anyone else shows up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this time.
Yeah, that
Fortunately,
being
this time there's some
said.
other fucks there.
Well, unfortunately, this time the crank to the well is frozen solid. So you have to spend a bit of time, getting it loose. And by the time that happens, there's some other people heading up the path.
Can I just try to force it?
Chores.
Would it break if I tried to force it?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
You shatter it.
Full success.
Ooh.
I need to get out of this dialogue. We gotta go. I need to be gone before these fucks wake up.
Just button
I will
mashing
specifically
A.
be like, who is that?
Okay. You know what? This is
Skip. No, skip.
this is a fine way of going about things. You can't quite see, you're in dim light, blah blah blah. You manage to force the mechanism to work and pull up water, and you're carrying off your buckets by the time the normal morning crowd arrives. By the time the normal morning crowd arrives, there is some of the first light of dawn piercing the horizon, and what you previously couldn't see becomes visible to them. Though marred by Rebecca's footprints.
Joy.
Paw prints?
How did you guess? Yes, a few sets of paw prints circle the town. And amongst them, a set of small, bare footprints.
B-E-A-R or B-A-R-E?
Human footprints.
Okay.
Without shoes.
Cast on the mountain.
It's worth checking because there was a bear last time.
Don't have
Yeah.
reports of bears being around. You don't want to spend the next 4 sessions watching me hunt bears.
And considering the fact that we were just talking about paw prints,
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm gonna get some water.
No.
here's the
Okay.
I'll be back.
Alright,
Rebecca's getting water.
Rebecca.
bye-bye
Um,
Rebecca, I guess.
Okay, you know what?
Kind of
Sure, due
face
to antisocial behavior, that gets past. Who rolled second best for Intuit?
2 successes.
One success.
Alright,
Okay.
who are you? Oh, you're playing, right.
The butler.
Right, yeah, the butler. Oh yeah, you're getting ready for the morning tea for your employer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you're filling up your bucket and making light chatter with the other people, though the chatter is lighter than normal this morning, the mood is a bit somber. For no clear reason. Must be the snowfall. You get the strange sense that something is watching you from the tree line just beyond the well. Roughly in the direction you saw Rebecca walk off in.
Rebecca's watching you from the tree.
Sus.
Oh joy, I get to fight someone.
Do you act on this intuition?
Time to investigate. Yay, this is going to go horrendously.
Do you alert anyone else before you walk off towards the tree line?
You know what? Sure. Who else is here?
I think Nora,
Nora,
would be next.
The strange lowlander researcher who
Just 2 strange lowlanders.
yeah, 2 strange lowlanders who are
No
more
one
used to
wants
waking
here.
up to catch rafts or boats at different times down the river to beat the rush than they are used to waking up early to get water. People tend to, have different schedules and loan up early. Just happens to be this way. And then there's Yidra, who, wait, that's your older character, right? No.
That's the child.
So there's this little child, and they have this wooden bowl that they're drinking cold water from, like fresh from the well, while staring at everyone silently. You don't remember them actually filling it up from the
It's Addison again, baby.
from the bucket.
Never can be. He's a creepy
I
kid.
thought all the children were supposed to be up on the mountain.
Only younger age group.
I haven't gone to 6th grade yet.
They didn't send me for
Probably next year or the year after.
no.
Hold up, sorry. How young is your character?
Like
4.
13, 14.
No, then
No,
up.
the age group of everybody else is 15.
14,
14.
14, 15.
Yes.
So is Vera.
Yeah.
Right?
Vera's
Though I think
14,
Vera's supposed
15.
to
I
be,
haven't
like, on the
decided
younger
exactly which.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's
The twins are
she's a little bit
16,
younger.
I
Yeah, because I
believe.
assume
It's
Aya's
an
closer to
unknown
16.
age
Cass is a
around,
little bit
but
younger.
looks around 13.
So it would be relatively safe to.
But also
Sure,
the
I
kids
say
can
the
say
twins.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't.
I think
Yep.
Vera is like still
Yachten
in
is
the
what we don't
kind
give a
of
fuck about.
category of where she will
Yash-
insist she is
Yashna?
14 and a
Yash-
half.
no.
Yashna.
I think the difference
Yashna is
is
about 16, and
it's
Yachten
comparatively, like,
exists.
all of the other kids have like grown out of the like spindly phase, and you're just still in it.
That's
Idra hasn't
probably also not
gotten
true.
muscle yet, so they were like, "You stay here. You're not built for mountain climbing yet."
Or a stick.
Yes.
You could have just taken the
That's
coward's
sneaky,
path and just walked instead of climbing a mountain.
Thought I was not much. They banned me from the mountains.
Vanish.
So, do you act on this strange stuff you've seen around town, or
Yes.
the
This
feeling
fucking
that's in the edge of the forest?
Butler has been seeing everything.
The butler
Not
did it.
quite everything, but he's a butler.
Motherfucker is around.
He has to be able to get around places quickly to be able to appear out of nowhere when someone rings a bell or calls his name.
Rings a bell. Rings a bell.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so is anyone doing anything?
Walking off
I'm
into the forest,
continuing to
apparently.
walk further away from him.
I didn't observe shit, so
Okay.
it's on you if you.
All right.
Danger.
Roll detect for me. Yeah, with a threat of 2. No, actually,
Is
no
this
threat
everybody
yet.
or
No
just-
threat yet.
Is this everybody or just Rike?
Just right.
Just Rike.
Because right that in the middle of your set of small talk, right just kind of spaces out and then slowly starts walking towards the tree line.
Sorry, what was it?
Detect.
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing.
You didn't get any bads either.
Yeah, not
Okay.
That's just flat nothing. Nothing happens to you.
Roll me a threat of 6.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness.
Should have rolled better, I guess.
Idra's just like.
Well, that's only one fail, so that's surprisingly good right now.
That is really good.
It's very good for threat 6.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay. Instead of anything happening on your character sheet, I am going to have, as you're exploring at the edge of the forest, the rest of you hear someone cry out as you tumble face first into the underbrush, having your foot been caught on a fallen branch that was hidden under the snow.
How deep did the snow get?
It's like 2 inches.
It's a mountain. Snow get deep.
It's
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah, it's like
Snow
the
still gets
3rd day of
deep.
fall.
It's
It
third
does.
day of snow. Third day of fall, essentially, and you just had a light snow.
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
So in 3rd day of fall, actually means 3rd day after the equinox.
Equinox, that's weird.
In this case.
Nora,
So you go tumbling face first, and as you get your hands under you, in the distance, you can hear people calling your name out, asking if you're all right, and you hear breathing and something
Nora is
sniffing
hurrying
close to you.
It's Rebecca.
Idra keeps face.
What are you doing in my fucking woods?
What kind of like breathing does it sound like? Because various creatures do sound.
It's
very
a
different.
dog panting and sniffing close to you, or so that's what it sounds like.
So I'm face down.
Yeah, but unharmed.
Yeah.
You're kind of. I'll borrow from what I'm used to. You're in a slough hedge.
Eat it. It's legally edible.
Yes, it is. Honestly,
Tastes like shit though.
it's not that bad. Just flip over, I guess.
Nora
Get
is
up.
hurrying over.
Yeah,
to
we got your
the-
characters. I'm
Don't
getting
know
closer.
how much distance.
Yeah. Does moving make any of the sounds disappear, or is there
Okay.
something there?
That guy's a bitch.
There's something
Good
there.
to know,
You
good to
see
know.
the underside
Let's
of a
go.
dog's snout getting closer, and the two of you are you approaching as well?
Mhm.
Okay, then
I'd all start heading.
yeah, heading back. There's a scream.
Rebecca's like,
fucking
You would see Rike like rolling over, groaning in this bush, and next to him is what appears to be a dead dog. Dead to frostbite, patches of fur missing, until it moves. And you see, and it's a sheepdog. It bunches up and is getting low in the ground. You've seen dogs do this right before they race someone down. What are you gonna do?
Just pet it.
I'm gonna pull
Just
out
gonna
a-
fucking pet the dog.
Can I pull out a dog toy?
Everyone, I think Amon backs up.
All right. You know what? Roll me sway. Threat 7.
Wow.
Very
No.
dangerous dog.
No, actually, no. Roll me sway without the threat. Like, sway first, and then we'll see how it goes.
I mean, it is a name I
Pretty
probably
sure the
wrote
bear
down that I don't
hired a
remember.
couple
3 successes.
I had the same amount of threat when I was trying to jump a bear.
It is Mabel, probably. But maybe.
This is a very buff dog.
You know what?
I mean, the bear wasn't.
Okay.
My
I was
friend
trying
now.
to pet the bear.
Roll me threat 5 then.
Threat 5. That's 2 less threats. That's
And sure, you can roll a recall.
Left
Or no, roll into
I
it.
have a random doodad. Can it be a dog toy?
Oh, okay, sure.
Only one fail.
Only one fail?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
very good luck on those high threat
You
rolls.
take
so
4
far.
ruin because it's a quadruple tier higher than you.
It's the tier system.
All over again, no. Nope. It bites onto your sleeve, and you start getting, like, slowly dragged and tugs back into the woods, but it only manages to get you about 5 feet into the woods before the other characters show up.
Just casually petting the dog. It's just slowly dragging Rike backwards. Rike's just, this is fine.
This is not that different from my day job.
Reaches into a random pocket and just pulls out like a dog toy and just goes like.
You're also in the woods. There's sticks all over.
It seems to be unaware of your presence.
Looks down at the presumably local kid. Do you know this dog?
You know what? I'm gonna
Is this
start.
someone's dog? This looks like it's a
That's a
dog
feedback.
that's around.
I'm gonna start charting.
It looks like a dog that should be dead.
It's very good
I was
dog.
making a value statement. I meant literally.
Is this one that would have been seen around town fairly frequently, or
No one's seen this dog before.
Okay.
Given Nora's own, given that one of the things she's probably studied a lot is ice and its effects on the body, particularly frostbite, how thoroughly should this dog be messed up by what she can tell?
It should be missing at least 3 of his legs, and the other leg should be worn down to a stump. They are without fur, and the flesh is black, shriveled, and mummified.
Oh dear.
That's not healthy.
One of its ears is crumpled up like a raisin's, and its eyes seem to have they seem to be more like brown, mushy orbs in the sockets opposed to anything else, as the
This is
blood
fully
and
just a
fluids
zombie.
within them were frozen and then thawed again.
Can I just grab Rike's leg and try to pull him away from the
Can I
dog?
grab my flamethrower and burst?
I'm just gonna get up and follow the dog. It's going somewhere.
It's gonna eat you.
I'm not gonna pull you if you're
Okay,
going willingly.
Nora's going to follow along after.
Yeah?
I would like to stay with the vibe, but I also can't imagine a monk coming along. Why would he follow a strange dog?
Let's go.
The kid's trying to draw him along.
Little kid just grabs
Okay, I
him
gotta
from
change
sleep.
music.
It's like you are coming with.
Maybe I'll be shocked enough that it works. I did probably like loosely just find out that my daughter has abandoned me, so.
This dog should have died from that
It-
level of frostbite.
Despite you
several
following it
times
actively, it
over.
doesn't let go of your sleeve and continues to pull you along. Until eventually you see, in a thicker section of underbrush, there is a deer tunnel. You know what I'm referring to. A section where animal passage is created a sort of tunnel in the thick underbrush. But this is smaller than most, just a bit taller than the dog itself. So anyone who attempts to follow would have to duck and crawl or squat.
I'm short.
Well, that's where it's going, so that's where I'm going.
I like how you've just decided to follow the aggressive biting zombie.
That wasn't my plan,
He's
but.
being very polite.
That dog seems hurt.
Not really.
I mean, it's not like he's biting my head off or something.
Actually, you know what? You're paying attention to that dog. Let's have everyone else who's following along this train of madness roll perception.
Which one in perception?
Detect?
Perception's an
Detect.
entire
Detect.
genre of skills.
Roll them.
No successes.
Full success.
And it's
Okay.
on the floor, you can roll it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
2 successes.
Rebecca is going to be able to pick
Full
up
success,
on
yeah.
Full success.
the trail of this passage pretty easily if she
Yeah.
so chooses. So anyone who got full success would notice darting in the periphery of you at least 3 other dogs, though they seem to be trying to keep out of sight, and it's really hard to tell the actual number of them.
Are they also hurt?
Yes, they're in the same condition as this dog.
There's more dogs lurking.
Yeah, the dogs are hurt.
Do you follow the dog through this animal tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is this like surrounded by brambles, or is this like if I climbed a tree, I could maybe see what's on the other side?
If you climb a tree, you might be able to see what's on the other side.
That sounds like a very child thing to do, yes.
What about the rest of you? What do you
Can you
do
go-
after this person disappears down this tunnel?
Up that tree.
Yeah.
Alright, I suppose. Suppose Nora.
That's
Roll,
the native.
roll
You gotta-
navigate. Threat 1. 2. Threat 2.
Nora is on request helping boost. Does
Oh.
that give an advantage? Or...
Yeah, sure. Roll navigate with advantage. Threat 2.
Advantage.
Advantage
Just
is adds
roll
a
it,
success.
but then you add a success after.
Threat or d6s, right?
Yeah.
And 1 or 2 is the threat applies. It's threatening thing.
Yep, the same as the usual system.
Can I navigate?
Oh,
I have 2 navigate.
So successes? How many?
At least 1.
Oh, no, 2 because
Two.
you got
Two.
advantage. So 2 successes.
2.
No failures.
Advantage.
All right. You managed to get to the top of this, and that section of brush was approximately 12 feet in diameter, roughly. You see no movement at the other side. Those dogs you saw skirting the area earlier are gone.
There's nothing over there. I'm bored.
Well, come on down, and I suppose we'll try and follow after Rike to make sure
Should
the
we
dog
be
doesn't
following if he hasn't gone the other side?
Can I pull out my journal and just like?
And what?
Can I pull out my journal and like make a little?
Probably should.
like-
Where's those
We
menus?
leave somebody unattended with one of these dogs. I can't imagine it's going
You're
to
gonna be late to
stay.
give tea.
I know. Well, no, I won't.
This is fully like 6 in the morning.
I am the butler.
I'm gonna make a note of where this area is. In my journal.
Okay. Done.
Yep.
Now, what do you guys do? This person's gone.
Fucking
You went
Climb
in?
down
get on
tree.
my knees and
Hurry.
crawl, and I'm complaining the whole
Hurrying after
I'm surprised.
Rike as well, trying to.
Okay, roll finesse to avoid branches getting at you.
Should all of us do that?
No, you're fine.
Oh, yeah, I'm very small.
I'm not avoiding anything.
Should I roll as well?
No,
Um,
I have no finesse.
Oh.
Nah, you're fine.
Rebecca,
No, yeah, yes,
I'm
actually,
basically
you're
a
fine.
creature.
at this point, Rebecca will show up without saying a word to anyone and just walk into the
It's too small for that.
I'm already getting hit by branches.
No, Rebecca walks
out.
through the branches.
Hear me
and,
out. Instead of navigating, I can roll endurance.
No, you don't have to roll. You walk through the brush, pushing
Nora
this
just
stuff aside,
Nora just
and you do get
hears-
scratched, but it's
Okay.
layered on top of just a general
Nora
um,
hears.
She's also wearing,
Rebecca
like, very
crashing
landscape
through
of
the.
scratches that already exist there.
Also, she's got a plaid winter jacket on.
Yeah.
times.
Nora
You're
hear-
fine.
Nora hears Rebecca crashing through the undergrowth and just kind of moves to
Start
the side
running.
and lets her pass to let her make the path a bit bigger. And then finesse, I think, but basically trying to squish to one side to let Rebecca pass, and hopefully
I'm
there's
sure
a
Amon
bit
is
more
like
space to work with
comically
after she does that.
ducks to get away from a branch, gets hit by a bigger branch.
Partial success for finesse.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So Rebecca would get there first.
I mean, I assume you get there first, but
No.
Whatever. What?
I just pass you.
Did I just vanish? Okay.
In the
sure.
You got
center
eaten by the trees.
of this area is a small dome-like clearing inside this shrub pile, and in the very center is a small mound with a frozen daisy on top.
Where the fuck did I go?
There is a line of paw prints that leads up to it, but it vanishes at that point.
I think at this point Nora would probably turn on her seeing through snow and ice ability to see if anything turns up that's being like obscured by the
Okay, so
snowfall.
is that a
That was the.
is it a passive ability? Did we
I'm
decide
pretty
on?
sure it was passive was what we decided on.
Okay, fair enough.
Is the dog that was pulling Rike, is it still here?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, Ethan
Where's Rike?
went to the shadow dimension.
Oh,
I'm in the shadow dimension.
damn.
Shadow
Can't
realm.
believe
Looking
you
around
got
I mean,
you into
underneath
the shadow
is,
I'll
realm.
be back eventually.
Oh, okay,
I'm
actually,
butler.
turning on that ability, the flowers themselves become transparent.
That is very peculiar.
Can I go check out the flower?
This is
I'm not
Sure.
taking it or anything, but
I've been moved to the shadow realm.
Do the footsteps
I'm a
go
butler.
to
I'll
the
be back.
mound
Yeah.
and then stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at a little bell.
I think
So
I
when
think
he rings a
Amon's
bell,
just
it
gonna
will
like
just appear.
try to push the mound aside.
Because you
Amount of
Yep.
dirt.
Yeah, because it's dirt, right? So is it like packed?
It was grass on top. It's been here for
Oh, I
like
see.
years.
It's like a block.
How big of a
I was
mound?
thinking like a pile over a grave type.
I mean, that is what it is, probably.
4 foot diameter, roughly circular.
Yeah, I'd fit a body.
are there multiple daisies?
Yeah, it's just kind of scattered with them.
That is actually what Rebecca would say. Just kick with her foot.
It seems like they.
That's what I was like thinking.
It seems that these flowers are made entirely of ice.
You touch it, and though it seems to be encrusted in ice, it seems like a normal flower.
I don't want to put that in my journal to get the pages wet. That'd be lame.
Is this normal around these parts?
The flowers? Flowers happen everywhere.
The dirt pot. Is this
Dirt's
a
also
structure
happening
you've seen
everywhere.
before?
Hills?
Is that a
Hills
thing I
also
could try
happen.
and
I'm also gonna
see
jump
if-
off a cliff.
Anyone do want to make a recall check? It's like
Nora is definitely going to be doing a recall to see if she's like read anything about
Partial
like, mounds like
success.
Go for the recall.
My recall is shit.
I am not
full
here.
success.
Wow, I rolled a really good projection. I can't really succeed on.
well, there's a really easy way to check if this was a grave or not. Usually something's put atop it, and even if there's overgrowth, if you just try to scrape away at the top of the mound, if it was a grave, you'd see something before you reach the body.
Is there a stick around? Oh, thank you, child. And takes the stick and starts dusting away the snow and trying to like scrape at the ground a bit, see if anything turns up.
Sticking it into the soft-ish ground that crunches and cracks under the stick pushing in. About 3 inches into the top of the mountain, you get something solid.
Starts wiggling the stick around, trying to.
And wiggling around,
I'm
create enough
not
to hold. There's
exactly
some.
much for
I mean, there's
excavating
stone there.
soil. There's something down here, though. Seems to be stone.
Roll me an endurance check.
Oh, you're in the ground. That'll be fun.
Not.
Okay.
Someone with more ability to use their hands.
I'm going to flip over my axe to the back.
I'm gonna take another stick and help,
Wait,
but
so
also I
I'm
have
flipping
no
my
stick.
axe to the axe head, axe butt. I'm gonna slam the axe butt into the snow, just kind of.
The blunt
What?
end of the.
I'm disturbing the snow, just kind of.
The snow is not the problem.
Well, I know the dirt.
Like trying to crack like the.
Yeah,
It hits the ground with a thud. What do you?
I'm moving dirt.
There's a few inches of wet dirt.
Yeah, I know.
On top of
I'm moving it.
with our axe.
Yeah.
Use like a shovel.
What the fuck else am I doing with my shoe?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll move it.
We're sure you
Just
dig,
shoveling
you
it
dig, you
aside.
dig into it with your hands.
Yeah.
In any case, somebody with more than 7 fingers should be the one doing that. So
Why do you only have 7 fingers?
holds up her hand and like these 3 fingers are just nubs.
Why do you only have 3?
Frostbites. Got stuck out in a blizzard for a time.
All right. You dig down and eventually you find a circular stone plate, though it's still crusted with dirt. It's hard to make out what's on it, but you do see some evidence of carvings in it.
Starts trying to like dust away like soil off of the grooves to try and like
You have to-
examine it.
You can't dust away wet soil.
What
Like
can
scraping it away or
You can scrape it with your fingers, but eventually your nails start wearing down against the stone itself, and
Is it can we feel like stone and then dirt
there's
crusted
dirt
into
underneath it.
Alright.
And this is just like all wet dirt. It's not slightly frozen wet dirt. This is not a very pleasant experience. Like anyone who's actually dealt in the dirt, your nails are full of dirt and your hands are covered to dirt up like your elbow. You're not sure how dirt got that high. Some of it's in your hair. You're not sure how that happened either.
Yeah, Amon is
The-
disgusted.
Yeah, but it has
He's
like
got
symbols
it.
and stuff in it, right?
And there's
That you
something
can't
carved
make
on the
out.
top of it. Yes.
Okay.
Here lies
Usually
my.
if it's carved, then like you can feel roughly where it just has that slight divot, even if you just shove everything off the side.
Yeah, we can feel where the dirt is.
Like there's rather than having like a smooth surface of just dirt, it's like thin layer of dirt over stone, and then thicker layer of just dirt before it hits stone, and then back to like thin layer of dirt
Yeah,
over stone,
sure.
and you can feel that difference.
Yeah, but you guys haven't like taken the time to clean that out properly, or
You don't need to usually, depending on how.
I
If
think
like the mud is like
I
that thick, you're not going to feel
I
it.
think
But
it's
if
that
it's
we don't have
much
the
thicker.
yeah, you haven't gotten it
thing
down
on-
to being
I
thin.
think we
It's
haven't
still-
gotten
it's
the
still
whole thing
on it.
uncovered is the issue.
And
I
like,
said it was scraped away. Or
you guys
something.
didn't. No, you don't have school tools to strip it away unless you guys are gonna go out your fingernails and have to start bleeding after it. So,
Do not have a
Stripping's the way to
shovel
find
or
it,
brush or
this dirt's also partially frozen. It's like,
I should have brought a shovel.
It's not comfy.
No, it's a bad
but
idea.
You could do it.
I worked a winter in construction. Okay, I know frozen dirt. I didn't say.
Yeah, I don't think the idea would help.
You can just take it out of this point, place, or
Just
keep
take the
doing it.
actual stone out of place.
You could, yeah. You've dug enough to lift it up. It wasn't hard.
Oh, okay.
Between all of you, it's something you can do.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
While the rest of you are trying to read it.
I'm really trying to read it. I just think about wiping it off.
I'm probably trying to read it.
Okay. Using sticks and your hands, you do manage to carve away at the surface. Eventually, clear it up. It is circles of in a spiral pattern. There is text carved in. Well, locals would recognize it's a language used in religious practices. But not much in the modern day. In the center, there is a small image carved to look like a butterfly.
Hmm.
Well, none of us have any context for this.
That's so true.
The one with the context has vanished into the shadow realm.
Yep, you got to
Do any of you have a bell?
I have a dog toy.
There
I'm
might be a
dogs
bell
were
on.
quite great.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe. It might be a jingle.
I was shaking it because I imagined it was a dog toy with like a bell inside it.
I mean, some of you would know about the missing body that was buried recently. Besides
Yeah. And there were paw prints? Or like,
Yep,
it looked
it
like
was
paw
just-
prints?
Yep.
Does
Yeah,
does
I
a
knew that.
butterfly symbol on a buried stone tablet mean anything to either of you who are
Sometimes
from?
butterflies mean death.
Interesting.
No.
Okay. Anything else you do, sir?
Leave. Just start walking away.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know where that.
Is there any
Right,
other exits
fellow
from
ended
this
up.
thing?
Oh, yeah, it splits off into 2 more exits from this location.
Right.
Can I pull out my map?
Can we see any like signs of like
Sure.
footprints or drag marks that might signify?
No, the footprints stop at the map.
Is
Right.
there something underneath? We remove the tablet. There's a butterfly in the dirt.
Yep. Well, no, if you want to continue digging, you can do that.
I'm gonna climb another.
I have nothing to dig with.
It's like
Actually, there aren't
some
any-
sort of
What is the
spirit.
likelihood
It's like
I
a
would
dome,
have a
right?
shovel? Not great.
Not great, but your houses can't be like more than 15-minute walk away.
Yeah, but you'll suffocate long before I get the
Yeah.
shovel.
Might be able to use the axe to like cut a bit into the ground and then.
You guys
shovel
have been
with the
working
hands.
for like 20 minutes already.
Oh, so you're dead anyway.
Bye.
What's the overall area look like? It's like a bramble dome.
Mhm.
And it's got still a bunch of daisies in it.
No,
Or did we
you ruined
destroy-
and trampled most of those.
Oh, okay.
Though
Yep.
you, when you pull off your side, notice like inspecting the daisies themselves. That it's green as pulp. When you use a sight on it, it's not there.
Very
It looks like it would know.
I feel like we should be more concerned with the kid. You gotta call me a kid. You're younger than me.
So,
Is Rike underground?
Hmm?
Is Rike underground?
Right off camera.
so
Did that.
pulling out my map, can I figure like what direction these tunnels might lead in? Like, are there any notable landmarks they would lead towards?
No.
This
No.
I can't say for sure, but this
It-
feels like
extend-
something
this isn't
that's
mine.
Spirits at work.
Where is it?
Spirits?
Where'd this come
Yeah,
from?
that's my
The
assumption.
four.
Yeah.
Those,
Those guys should have been dead.
Spirit crap.
yes.
And they didn't respond to becoming a dog coin. So clearly something evil at work was happening.
Can I try to recall if there's like weird shit in either of those two directions?
I mean, the tunnels just continue for like 7 more feet until you leave the bramble and go back to the general wood.
Well, yeah. In the direction of that general wood from the two directions, do I remember any weird shit?
One leads vaguely in the direction down the slope of the mountain, and the other leads, I mean, it's vaguely pointing in the direction of, the grazing places that,
Best thing forward
Who would
is
it
to
be?
just try digging at where
Wilhelmina?
this-
yeah, Willona,
where
uses
Hopper
first
Wilhelmina.
for, Wilhelmina wants to use first stuff, so she wants to keep further away from the town.
We could do digging, but I don't have anything for digging.
I can.
And my nails are dirty. Do you have anything for digging?
No,
Why not?
I don't dig.
You should.
I would if I had the tools.
It'd be more helpful if you could.
It'd be more helpful.
How far away from town are we? How
Children
far
have
away
shovels.
from town is this?
I think Nora is going to
One
just
feels a
try.
little bad.
No, it's a 15-minute walk from
I'll
town.
see if I can track down some shovels, and I'll be
I'm-
Do you have a
back.
shovel?
I'm leaving. I'm not even saying anything to you. I'm just leaving.
I'm following.
I'll follow Rebecca. I think I've heard enough about Rebecca to know Rebecca understands the woods.
People can fucking fly.
And do you come back with the shovel?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all
Retrieving-
followed Rebecca to
Hold
go
on.
get the shovel.
I'm gonna go to
Nora
my
is-
house, which is in the woods. Not fully in the woods, but it's like
At the edge.
there's probably like 3 trees in between me and the rest of you.
In the edge.
I'll go into my.
Retrieving shovels.
I will
returning to-
open my door, close it behind me before either of you can enter. Wait for 3 minutes, come back out with a shovel.
I'm like-
through the windows.
I'm judging.
The windows
the-
are aggressively.
I'm judging the
Honestly-
fact that we
I'm
live
still
in
trying to
the
look
woods
through
so
them.
much.
Yeah, no, they're shuttered.
I'm still trying to look.
Nora will try and hurry back to town to find a shovel she can borrow or
Poor Nora.
Trying so hard.
I'm trying my best.
Their shovel.
Who's carrying the stone tablet?
oh dear.
If you'll let me carry it, I'll carry it. But I don't know if you'd let me.
It's mine now.
I would have left it on the
This
ground.
is a thing for me now.
Okay.
Is this stone tablet a 4-foot circle?
No, it's like
Like
14
size of
inches
like a
diameter.
Oh,
once,
okay.
once we get there and the door shuts with no sign of when Rebecca's gonna be out, it's just gonna be like.
I will pick it up.
Ellie
I will
making
try to
notes
catch
about who's touched it.
I haven't.
I will commit to touching it.
It'll probably be,
Picked
it'll
it
probably
up.
be a bit longer until Nora gets back with the shovel. Let me know and I can.
Yeah, you'll make it back to the place with shovels. You could have just done this as a summary action. I don't know if shovel would be in this condition.
You asked
They
me what's
followed
the
me.
Plot involved.
This is important. I'm trying to figure out how
I
many doors are open.
will go back. In my house?
There's one door.
There's
Your
one
house.
door and it's locked.
You don't have a back door?
No.
That's not a fire. That's a fire safety hazard.
The house is made of wood.
Yeah, that's also a fire safety hazard.
You're back under the brambles, next to disturbed dirt. You're all filthy. What do?
I dig.
I hold on to the tablet.
I'm gonna try.
Oh, sorry, no. I throw my axe into the ground and then I start digging.
Okay, that.
You're dulling your.
If I
Yeah, you're treating that thing like shit.
No.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
pull
wish
out the
Chuck it into a tree.
like.
not
We're in the
ground.
middle of a dome.
I'm gonna pull out the thing that I usually use for writing in my journal, and I'm just gonna try and search a pinpoint where the letters.
If I
feel
poured
like they're
water
gonna be.
onto the tablet,
that's
would
easy.
that help or no?
We do all have buckets of water.
I don't.
I have water.
No, after the first 5 inches into the soil, it's no longer frozen. It was not a deep freeze. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back entirely. It gets more frozen the deeper you go.
In fact, the reverse.
Just
Roll dirt for me.
gets a few feet
Damn,
down.
that's
This
my-
is ice.
Only okay.
This is not dirt anymore. It's just a block
Partial
ice
success.
with dirt on top of it.
Okay.
I'm only partially
So-
capable of enduring force.
Are you being careful
Yeah,
or
force.
forceful?
This is Rebecca.
Unfortunately.
Rebecca's
I'm a
being
very
forced.
blunt force object.
Okay, so you realize you've struck something not when you see something, but when the chips of bone hit your face.
Damn, Rike's fucking dead, isn't he? Somebody's dead.
We were digging up a grave. That's to be expected.
I think around this point is when Nora gets back and carrying a random shovel she's found.
I found a shovel.
Rebecca's digging up a grave.
Rebecca Hippo.
Oh dear.
Okay, how do you proceed?
Is this-
Chiseling away at the words?
Is this
Everyone
the
else.
point where the paw prints ended?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll try to excavate around the body.
Is there a spirit
Actually,
for
what I'll
disturbing
do is I'll
graves?
kind of stab the shovel into the ground a bunch of times to try to get a rough perimeter on where I hit something that is body. Whenever Rike takes damage, I'll
Rude.
I won't stab near that again. I'm just kind of trying to. You know when you got a big rock you're trying to excavate, you're like, man, where the fuck does the rock end?
Okay. Roll me a interface check. Whoever's doing this primarily, whoever's doing this activity, you get advantage because you have help. I
Yeah.
imagine with
Yeah,
with
Nora
backseat
would be.
drivers.
Does
attempting
anyone
to-
else have a better than default interface?
Yes.
Nora has 2.
I only have, I have one extra bubble.
You should do it because I'm actively doing something.
And I
I-
seem unlikely to be doing it, so maybe I'd help, so.
Cass is my,
interface roll
interface
with
character.
advantage
All
from
of my
people
characters have pretty
assisting.
much the same
With
stats.
1. Well, Cass doesn't have any
Partial.
stats yet.
Wait,
She's
no,
low.
with advantage, full success.
She has so few. She's my only character that doesn't have 2 rolls.
Okay.
Yet she'll level up.
What were we doing?
I guess we're trying to excavate this outline of where there's.
Only one person
bones.
needed to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
Nora was the one who.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you have advantage, so it'll be a full
Yeah.
success.
So eventually you
You have advantage because I'm physically doing it.
a pile of clumps of dirt that are interwoven with yellowed, half hollowed out, many broken bones
Is
of
it
an animal.
possible
not
to tell
human.
if the bones were broken before it was dug up or if it happened during the digging?
It's a bit of both, but also it's a bit of just how bones decompose.
Okay.
Becoming,
Brittle.
worn through and brittle, and
So this was for nothing.
these are bones that have been buried for a few years.
Can I try and put it back together and see what animal it was?
Okay.
Child, don't touch strange bones.
I guess you do
Already doing it.
Roll me an intuit check.
They won't be
Intuit?
strange if I know what they are.
That was my
Then
intuit.
they'll
It's
just be
alright, I guess.
bones.
Old bones.
2 successes.
Okay. Just as you're about to touch the bones, you feel a shiver run up your spine. And you notice the cold emanating from the bones themselves.
Or these bones are cold.
My bones are cold.
Looks down at the bones.
You notice, next to where the bones lay in the grass, little shoots of flowers start to peek out of the ground.
Are these transparent like the other one?
Amon is so deeply
What does that
distracted.
do with these flowers?
He belongs to a different religion.
It is not growing
How are they-
season.
They are ice.
They're
They are
breaking the
entirely
laws
ice.
of nature.
They
For
are
reasons
breaking
beside
the
that
laws of
one.
nature.
That one's true, but other ones are also true. These flowers weird.
It is.
Can
This
I-
kid gets it.
Can I maybe try letting my contract spirit manifest and try and ask if
Hey, bestie.
this makes any sense to them?
Okay.
Can we
you
see it if
know-
you manifest it?
What's that?
Can we see it if you manifest it?
I
Yes.
believe so. It looks
Little icy spirit. Oh.
So no, to
Kind of like a-
manifest it. In this situation, I'm gonna just have you roll recall.
recall.
It's cold out.
I'm good at recall.
With advantage due to your environment.
Okay. Recall. Advantage. That's a full success then.
Okay. It comes into existence like a puff of air from your mouth becomes visible in cold weather. It just kind of appears in front of Nora. A smiling wreath of ice crystals floating daintily for but a moment before they become a, well, blender typhoon of dancing little specks as they dart around and about Nora's head.
Deidre's gonna try to draw them as best they can immediately.
A couple of. I am not an artist, but there's a couple of attempts at sketches here.
Mm-hmm. It's just that, and then a little like, here's what else it does.
Mhm.
Does a like stick figure of Nora, but very intricate on how the spirit looks.
Yeah.
Tracks.
Priorities.
I mean, yeah. The spirit
Okay.
is the priority there.
Does any of this going on here make any sense to you, perhaps? I'll admit I am a bit baffled by what is happening here. I assume an ice spirit is at work, but the flowers are, in particular, are very strange.
It, in a trail, goes down to touch the flowers, and then in an arc, it leaps off into a through the brambles to the side of you, and then it darts up and out of the top of them, circles around some of the bushes, then down again, and towards you again, and repeats the process.
Goes over to this patch of brambles that it is designating.
Roll detect
Detect. Alright.
or study, I think.
Study. I'll take study over detect. That's one higher. Partial success.
All right.
I don't know why I
Brambles
made
are
one
dead.
level.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over.
Yeah,
He found his old child failed. And
The brambles in that patch are dead.
In
Gonna.
fact, a lot of the brambles
I have so much
around
to tell
there
you.
are dead.
The brambles over here seem to be dead.
And she'll like start like reaching into like that section with the shovel, trying like shove some of them away and see like if there's anything going on the ground in this little spot.
You dig into some undergrowth, and let's say you flip over a rock that was laying there, and underneath is a small pile of dead bugs.
Some sort of ice and death spirit, perhaps?
Are the bugs frozen?
Are the bugs made of ice?
Can I poke them?
I mean, everything here is, has a small layer of frost and ice over it. But it just seems to be in the center of the clearing around the bones of cells where there is life. They're dead bugs.
Oh yeah.
Like roly-polies, maybe some
Earwigs?
worms, earwigs, yeah.
I'm gonna take one of them and put them in the dirt. Daisy's questionable. Bug's rad.
I did think you were gonna say mouth.
No, that's gross. I'm not 5.
All right.
Do we dig
Now
here?
you have me thinking about
I suppose if we're
Do we try digging here and see if that turns anything up?
You did notice whenever that your spirit repeated that process, it would go to a different section of the clearing away from the center, not just this area.
I'm gonna pick up the bugs and I'm gonna pour them over the skeleton.
Okay.
should we follow your spirit?
I think
You notice by now, those buds that seemed, those shoots that seem to be pushing them out of the ground around the bones have bloomed into more of those flowers.
And now they have bugs on them.
No, it just seemed it happened while you were away. It's not correlated with the bugs. Okay, I see.
And now there are bugs on them.
Okay.
Well, this is very strange. Okay.
I assume following around to the various other spots it will lead to similar things of dead brambles and possibly other dead things in the bushes.
Yeah, just the area, it seems to be around you guys. Like, there seems to be like a 5-foot radius around the mound, which had life. And then beyond that, for about 5 to 15 feet, and that ring was devoid of life. Utterly devoid of life.
If we find Rike here, it's just going to be his body.
No mushrooms, no bugs. The shrubs are all dead.
Well, but I'm
The
just saying
brambles
based
are
on
all
the fact
dead,
that everything's
too.
still where we are.
Is there like a hole in the top of the brambles?
Hold up.
No.
Were there actually footprints leading up to the mound, or just paw prints?
Just paw prints.
Where the fuck did I go?
No, okay, no. Your footprints would have been next to the paw prints as well. And those would have disappeared as well.
No, okay.
Then I don't know.
So
what to
they're
do.
all of the footsteps have disappeared too.
Because I feel like I'm not curious about. Like I am, but I feel like
Well, at this point, you guys have been working in this area enough that those prints and steps are all gone.
yeah. I feel like I'm not curious about the bigger mystery. I just am like, well, I talked to Rike once. I should probably take responsibility for that.
I just want to find.
Maybe Rike went back to the mansion.
To be fair, if he
Walking
was called,
backwards into his own footsteps
There
while
are 2
evading
other
our notice.
places. I don't know.
if
Could
he'd been
take the
called, he
dirt
would have gone
over.
immediately. But
Hmm?
if he'd been called by Clark, he
Maybe
would have gone immediately.
maybe the doctor came back.
That
Maybe
doesn't
the dog
really
was like,
explain
"Hey,
much.
I can fly. Jump on my back. Let's go back to the mansion."
Don't know if that seems likely.
Nobody else knows what to do though.
I think because you've hit a stop point, we can end the scene here
Yeah, I think
and
we
then
did.
start another one up somewhere else. Anything else interesting going on in town right now?
The old shits gather.
The old shits gather to gossip, as always. Not right now. This is,
You got a betting
we
pool.
probably meet later. We do have a betting pool.
Yeah, we could jump to that right now. Then role playing out the the fallout of they did know the order of the kids who got to the top, so they can deal with that. Do we want to deal with that right now?
Sure.
Or we could deal with a stranger walking into town, or we could.
No, we gotta get us some time to get our primary characters back. We not have an old man Henderson to deal with a stranger coming into town. Like, no one wants that. No one wants that.
Yeah,
It's
because
the old people
I'm on
dealing
with the
with
stranger. Emma just wants to talk to people. Oh my god.
Who won? Who won the betting?
Did we take a picture of it?
I didn't.
I did not.
Fuck.
I was not here.
I should remember, but I don't.
Because you won.
I know. You also, Old Man Henderson
I
also
fell
bet
out
on
of
one
the
of the
sky
characters
and
that
then-
ended up coming in.
In the
Well, yeah, but not well.
yeah.
My second place, because I had 2 bets, but
Yeah, your second place then got first.
I definitely so lost.
yeah, because you were first in theoretically both categories.
I think Will, whatever her name
I guess
is.
the
Wilhelmina?
bets were like
Yeah, and
who's going to get to the top first and who's going to have a contract.
maybe the merchant, because someone bet on you as a long shot, I feel like. And I thought that was the rich merchant. And you ended up actually winning.
Falling out of the sky by just launching up and then falling down is quite good for
You got there
gaining
second,
altitude
didn't you?
quickly.
No, I got there way later.
And
Because I was with
Oh,
priestess.
okay.
Nearly
It was the boy. No, we beat the fuck out of him.
It was
Okay.
the
And not
boy.
Skirt. No.
No,
he was-
Skirt Boy never showed up.
Okay, you know what?
No, he did.
Actually,
later.
I think
Oh,
I
no,
have
The
he
twin
did.
lad.
Oh yeah, he did.
the right.
Did he?
Hi, yes. I just listened to this.
So Did I beat? What's her face up the mountain?
Yes. I think so.
Anyway.
So there's another matter for little people to talk about as well.
Okay. And I tell you, every
need to
year
re-listen.
the easy path gets harder. I don't know what it means.
Okay.
I'm too old to be doing coming of age nonsense.
But not too old to
those
be
two
betting on
statements
it.
must just be connected.
No, the
And-
betting pool requires skill. Young people
We have
can't.
an age.
Yeah.
Yeah, they banned me from
45.
going up the mountain and from the betting pool.
The age limit was
Oh, no, they-
specifically instated because you
No,
said
because
if I
Cass
can't go,
would've
can
bet
I bet?
Cass would have
No.
bet on herself.
Yeah. That's true.
Illegally, of course. So the kids weren't allowed to bet. Just like, is Skirt Boy dead?
No,
No.
Virgil saved him.
Get up there.
There was an illusion component to the stuff going on, so
So an illusion of
They
Skirt
find
Boy was
Skirt Boy just like
referenced.
crying, cradling himself.
Well, his name is Skirt Boy. He's not.
His canon name Skirt Boy.
He's not doing all right.
Everyone else refused.
Okay,
to
so there is
acknowledge that he had another
your
name.
your group of elders also do sometimes serve as a dispute resolution group,
Oh,
I love solving problems.
and there's 2 people who do have
And
disputes.
causing them.
Morrow Lack Sutton, and who's Antonio's cook, and Margaret Good, are arguing about who should get Kaelin Shepherdson's flock.
Me.
well, what are your claims on the flock?
This would be
Brett.
Morrow Lack Sutton would be the first to speak up. No one has any claims on that flock. It's just left to roam there now. If it's not brought into somewhere, they're all gonna freeze during the winter. You know as well as I that Kaelin Shepardson doesn't have any friends or family left. No will. Didn't seem to expect to die. Well, you can't know that. But the point is, I am perfectly capable of butchering and storing all of that meat before the winter comes about. It's best not to put it to waste.
Gee, I'm not there.
And the other one, Margaret Good would speak up. Don't wait, that's wasteful. Goats are perfectly good and can aid in plenty of different kinds of agriculture. We'll cut them on my weeding time greatly if I could have, well, the herd pass through the area of my farmland every now and then. They generally don't get to root crops, and they would get rid of all my problems. At least if I send them through early in the spring, I could get this rotating cycle going and continue producing things for everyone.
Do I know?
Warm Rain knows I could use a break.
How many are there in the goat flock versus the sheep herd? Because I know that he had both.
Oh yeah. So goats probably would have been around 17 and sheep around 20.
Do I know anything like weird? It doesn't have to be super relevant to this about either of them. Like, I just want to know what I know about these people.
Okay, so
What's the hot goss concerning both?
Yeah.
well, the base level knowledge. Margaret Good is Margaret Good along with Tim Good, both have 9 children.
Is Skirt Kid one of them?
No,
No,
they're
Skirt,
locals.
Skirt Kid's from out of town.
He's a fucking pain.
The Goods grow root vegetables, generally potatoes and parsnips and a whole slew of medicinal roots. Primarily potatoes, though.
Potatoes, carrots, parsnips.
And then Morrow is the...
Morrow Laxsutton is Antonio's cook.
He's the guy who put the goat out. First of all.
Morrow would speak up. And I'm willing to pay fairly for them. I do acknowledge that with no proper claim going to them, they are the property of the town as a whole, and therefore the property of those who watch over it. I'm willing to compensate you fairly for the acquisition. Margaret Good would have no reply to that but scowl. She doesn't have the money to pay a fair price for these things. But she would bite back. Acting like these lot own them. You know as well as I that if Antonio really wanted, he could claim them as his. So why don't you just do that? Oh yeah, you're too scared of us calling you out in Antonio's overreach. You know that a non-holy person shouldn't have such power in this town.
Why not just split the herd?
Got him in half.
How big is the herd?
17 goats, 20 sheep.
I said it slower than everyone else.
Well,
Having a supply of cheese and wool over time does seem...
I mean, there's
more
other
use than a
herders around this
large
area.
motive.
Cameron Shepardson wasn't actually particularly prolific. He didn't take care of his animals all that well, compared to some other people. He worked by himself with one dog. It was...
Because Antonio could
and that dog was killed, right?
But I
No,
the gossip don't know.
No,
Rike
it was
has
a
the dog.
Had. Well, it's back at your
I think
place.
Brett's argument is going
Yeah,
to be on the
Rike
basis
is
of...
fast.
I like goat's cheese more than I like mutton, if I'm being honest. Keeping the
Well,
animals alive to get wool and milk and cheese seems...
I mean, Margaret
And
only
harvested.
seems interested in the. I don't have it here.
You can contribute
Margaret
to
only
us.
seems interested in the goats anyway. So you could always give him all the sheep and give her all the goats and have him pay for the sheep.
I'll give you each 2 pounds of sugar.
Who said that?
That's Morrow.
That's not money.
I mean, here it would be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's.
The fuck, do you think we have a centralized economy?
I can't
Not at
imagine Emma is gonna get vomit. Because
What is it? 2 pounds of sugar for each of
I
them?
don't know
Yes.
for morals. I'm just thinking like
That's so much sugar.
juicy gossip.
Let's see.
Well-
So
I mean, she's
We've all got our own priorities.
well. I mean, you could always give the goat.
I'll take a bribe.
how many of the goats can you take care of, Margaret?
My husband and I could take care of the lot of them. We don't need the sheep.
That's
I
fair.
mean, goats also have like tough meat, right?
Yeah,
So
that
the sheep are ideal for like a cook. Wouldn't they? I guess unless they're really old.
Yeah, you don't have to need goat.
Most of them are. Most of them were shearing sheep.
That seems
So we'll have
sensible.
like tougher meat then. But
But-
meat is what he cares about. Like goat meat's gonna be tougher than sheep meat.
especially
he
since they've
can
been left out
make
to
do.
wander.
Yeah.
You're
I
better
feel
like
just
you're going to have
split it
better
between
luck
goats
with the
and
sheep
goats.
for meat rather than the
Seems
goats.
sensible to me.
Well, then
That
you
way,
guys aren't gonna get the full 2 pounds.
That's fine.
I'd have to go down for 1 pound. It's only half the animals.
That's fine. Sweet tea.
But that's 2 pounds for each.
1 pound. Yeah, it was 2 pounds for each.
Not per each animal, Jesus Christ. Per each person on the council.
Oh. That makes
Why
more
is
sense.
this council composed like primarily of foreigners?
Wait, what?
The 2 of us are
Oh, okay.
not natives to this town. We just moved here.
I was
Yeah,
born
but you're
here.
old.
No one remembers
I mean,
you
you've
being born.
The 2 of them have probably been
I mean, we've been
alive
here
in this town.
we've been in the town
longer than a
forever.
lot of the
There's
current
probably
residents
like
You've
have
been
children's
naturalized.
rumors that you're like
Yeah.
senile, but like the spirit of the mountain, the old guy.
He's not that old. The
But the kids don't know that.
fucking goat lady's ancient.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're ancient.
Yeah, he is like.
Wait,
I mean, he's
that's
77
Henderson's son,
hot.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ancient though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's
But
that?
as
Were
you
the one
speak
that
up,
had the soldier?
Yeah.
Wait,
Sophia
Henderson?
talks up.
Yeah, okay,
You all
so
know
okay.
my lot of land is larger than. Well, most of it's not very farmable. I have the land to take care of all these animals.
Who the fuck is Sophia?
Who's Sophia?
Sorry, wait, did I read the wrong name?
Margaret?
Sophia's
Margaret.
the,
Yeah.
But she doesn't care about the sheep.
Just Sophia making a third argument.
Well,
She's making an argument
Surprise
that, hey,
witness.
give me this shit for free. I can't pay you.
That's fine. I don't need her to pay us.
Yeah, but
I
she
do.
actually produces like crops that could be harvested.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Especially if
Considering the fact that
Especially
we
that the
live out in
harvest
the
is
middle
low
of
this
nowhere,
year.
harvest is a much more important thing.
The goats aren't
Harvest
gonna
is-
help
From what
the
I've been hearing, that
Not
a
this
lot
year,
of-
but they'll help
a lot
next
of
year,
the
and if
crops
harvest
seem
is
to
rough
have
this
been
year.
lost this morning due
Yeah.
to the frost. Having an ongoing food supply seems
Yes,
more
it's
useful
much-
than
yes.
one large burst.
Yeah, if winter's going to be coming earlier anyways, then you might as well make it so that the crops that you do have are better and better kept by weeding and things like that in order for them to be harvested as much as possible.
And I do like goat's cheese.
It would be best if Margaret takes care of the flocks, and then when we need food, we can use some of the sheep, or more likely the sheep than the goats, considering the more frequent use
Oh,
the
they'll
goats
be too
have.
old by then.
What
They're
do you
not
think-
young to begin with.
What do you think happens to sheep? Do you think they don't reproduce?
Yeah.
The longer you have a flock, the more sheep you'll end up with. It's an ongoing thing.
I'm just saying.
Also, you don't need
I
all
don't
of them
believe
right
Margaret
now.
can take care of them. You know how she is. What do you mean you know how I am? Well,
What do you mean you know how she is?
Roll recall to figure out what the gossip is.
5 of your kids aren't old enough to help around help around your land yet.
That leaves 4 kids.
That leaves 4 kids.
That's a lot of kids.
Will and do easily help out.
That's 6 people for a handful of goats.
They would need to get
Yes, for that large rocky terrain. And well, let's be honest here. 2 of those kids aren't all that health most of the time.
They need a herding dog.
Oh, you mean like the herding dog that Rike's been having follow him?
Yeah,
And
Rike's dead,
also, they don't have
does
any
Rike
embarked experience.
Want to
What?
leave the...
Do you own any animals? Well, we own chickens. See? They don't have any experience keeping sheep. Or livestock of any kind.
But you wouldn't be
do?
keeping the livestock, you'd be
I
slaughtering
wouldn't.
the livestock.
I'd be making it a non-problem. Really fast for everyone.
That's
And
fine.
everyone would have a ready supply of meat for cheap. For the winter time. Keep everyone warm and happy.
Would 27
37.
37 I can do addition. Would 37 like animals worth of meat be enough of a food supply to last the winter to cover the whole town?
Also, is
butchering-
Antonio actually
butchering
gonna sell it
37
for cheap when he's
Animals
like
all at
capitalism
would
personified?
That
cause
means gonna
more
go bad.
problems than it's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't do
Well,
it.
I'm planning on smoking the meat, of course.
You don't just like kill them all at one time and then.
That's
butcher
clearly what he's planning.
That's
No,
exactly
you
what he's
kill
trying
a
to
goat, butcher a goat, then kill another goat. You don't just kill 30 goats and then butcher them one at a time and leave the rest on the ground. Christ,
Well, yeah,
that's
but where are those
an
goats going to
enorm-
stay in the meantime?
It'll take like 2 days. You can put them in a box. There's already somewhere. You can just take a goat every hour.
How long does it take for you to butcher the things again?
Well, with a bit of help, I can probably get one prepped in 30 or so minutes.
That's how long it takes me to get.
Brett starts counting on his fingers.
And over the course of 2 days of smoking, the meat will be nice and tender and preserved for the winter to come. If you left it with Margaret, half of them will likely be dead by then. Hey! I resent that. I have a farm. I have a barn. It's mostly for storage at the moment. We can extend it before the snows come.
And the rest of the herders can, of course, help out and make sure that it's a functional location to keep the sheep and goats.
Exactly.
In
Why the
the
fuck are
isn't a
none of
new
the
thing.
herders you're petitioning?
They have probably
Yeah.
had enough.
Because I looked through the character name and I didn't list and I didn't see any like actual herders.
Except
you
Willie.
killed the last one.
Except Willie.
Let's
no,
be fair,
Kellen
if we gave them to
Shepherdson.
Willie, her
They'd be
animals would
dead.
just
He's
eat
dead.
them
He's
within
the only
herder.
the hour, most likely.
So what?
Well, there's
Rico.
honestly, how long would it take
if we
to
let
fix up
Willie
the barn?
petition for these goats, her animals would probably have just eaten them all by now.
Could
That
probably
is
get
true.
an extension up. Month and a half.
And you think that'll be enough before the first big snows come? The snows are coming early this year.
That was just a little flip.
What?
It's like you're a stupid character. No, it's okay.
I don't know. Victory might be here.
I believe it.
All the kids are off doing.
I know, be an
doing
old
who
person
knows
with us.
what.
Given that, like, this group of characters has lived in this town for quite a long time, does
That's what
does
I
the
was.
assessment of it's not likely that the snows are going to be coming?
They
through?
usually don't, but this early snow does lead to some suspicion.
Also, what the fuck is she gonna do with the goats for a month and a half while she's building a place to put the goats?
Oh, they'll be fine in their old grazing grounds until then.
Been there the entire time up till now, yeah. As long as someone heads out, make sure they're all right every day.
We've had predators. I mean, this isn't what Old Man Henderson would be saying because he's not with
He's
it enough.
insane.
But we've had something that's been digging up graves, which presumably would lead us to believe there's some animal around.
Yeah, something's
But what's
been
weird
digging up
enough is that
graves.
it's been going after the graves and not the living flocks. We
Yeah.
haven't had any of the live animals just dying off,
Yeah.
have we?
No.
And
But that does
honestly,
mean there's something about.
But we're
honestly,
so,
in,
like,
in that
spiritual
regard,
as a
I'd rather,
people that
I,
we might be more focused on the death thing than
I
the
would rather have more
practicality of it.
and more livestock animals about for potential predators to target rather than people.
That, and if we have more survive through the winter, then we'll have more in the following year as
Would
well.
the extension need to be small? Could the extension be smaller and thus take less time if you only had the goats to worry about?
I think we should get Sophia from a right to talk on this. We should have a religious figure delegating on any disputes. I don't like how she's been excluded from the circle.
If you'd like to
Is that the lady?
Is Sophia not here?
She's too busy looking for Willie. She ain't got time for this.
Where did that come from?
Well, in the
You know,
first session.
priest young-
I am aware of
Okay.
that, but like, where did that come from?
Wait,
Sophia?
Sophia? Is she dead?
Is she
Sophia
not here?
is.
No, she is not here.
There's died next to her name.
What?
What? Sophia from a right? Is that it? Or is that referring to Audrey?
Yeah, Audrey's
Oh,
mentor
that's
is
different.
dead, but
Audrey
so-
died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sophia should still be alive. Where is she?
The mentor died.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Where is she? That's one of your characters. Where
I'm
is
not
she?
certain if we
She's
excluded
She's probably
her if she didn't
in
show
her
up.
mentor's old house. It's a temple that
She knows we
holds
gossip
various
in the same
shrines.
place
I
every
can go
day.
find
She
her.
can come
Presumably she
join.
would have
I'll go
had
find
a
her.
run
You
of sense
literally are
for
not a
her.
person.
I know, that's why I'm leaving to go find her.
When you called all of us in here, did you not call for Sophia?
What?
Do you think we live in this hole?
Morrow
You
would say.
sometimes.
I assume someone else would, and Margaret would kind of look side to side. If she can't even look after a dead body, I'm not sure I want her looking after a living one.
Isn't she the one who
Yeah,
just said
who
to
was the
involve her?
person who said
That
to
was, it was
involve her?
literally
Margaret.
Margaret.
Oh, never mind. It would be the other way around.
Okay. I was just making sure. I was like,
It'd be Margaret would say, I thought someone else would call her. And then Morrow would say, well, if she
That
can't
also
look
makes sense,
after
because
a
Morrow's
dead
really
body, I don't
gorgeous.
want her looking after a living one. There.
And
there.
also,
There you
Mom's
go.
an asshole.
yeah.
Yamaro's an asshole. Got that.
Whoever
settled
this
pretty good.
question character is that I've been playing, look at her.
Unspecified other.
Unspecified
talent.
other.
Background
Actually,
old
it's more
person.
likely unspecified other individual will go find somebody else and tell, go get Sophia.
Go get
Someone's
Sophia,
always
bring her
looking
here.
for Sophia in this town.
She's a popular lady.
Yep.
Whoever that is will go get Sophia.
Yep.
Okay. Sophia would, after like 15, 20 more minutes of bickering and getting off topic and reminiscing,
Who are you again?
Brett has probably turned the conversation into a
Like I
debate
said,
over what the best type of
ancient.
cheese is, because he has goat's cheese on his mind.
okay, you'd hear on the door,
Come in.
hello.
Did you find the wheelies you were looking for?
Quick, so I can settle a point. What is the best kind of cheese?
Also, that was not why you were originally called here. But
I say it's important information.
I'm not denying that. It's just
Um,
not the original reason.
I like a softer cow's cheese.
Mm.
Soft cow cheese. So says the gods.
Sophia, note down. Please often.
But I don't eat cheese much. It doesn't agree with me.
Oh,
I'm lactose intolerant.
No
I'm
more
the same way.
cheese.
Back
So
when I was
says
a
the
young
gods.
girl, just so much nonsense in this room.
Cheese has been outlawed by the spirits.
I love cheese.
Why did you call with me?
Oh,
Right. The actual debate going on.
Yes.
Did
Are you all right, dear?
too many willies.
I think I woke up with a cold this morning.
unfortunate.
Takes his coat and tosses it over her.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just a bit of it's just a bit of a head.
That's what he was like. You poor thing. Steps back.
As a
Just a bunch of grandparents.
We're all
pulsing
know this spot.
kids.
The goal.
If
The
we
goal
get
to kill us
one
all.
clue, we're dead.
Okay, but like a common feature of the priestesses who have her role is they never seem to be touched by the cold.
Yeah, we all know she's shit at her job.
Because there's rumors she's leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That
the
she
real
broke,
rumor.
She broke her contract. Or like,
We should
the
get some
contractor
tea.
left her.
Does anyone have a kettle for tea around?
What am I handed in this?
I have something strange
Of
in
cold
my
water.
inventory, so I just pull out a kettle.
Hands over tea set.
You were handed so many kettles.
We all have a kettle.
It's just now that just leaves
Fire.
water, fire,
No,
and
imagine
actual
any
tea
old- no.
to start steaming.
Any old person hangout would have a kettle on a stove. Already
Always.
there. Yeah.
It's just sitting over the fire all the time.
Constantly boiling. Someone just pours more water.
Setting
in her
aside
It's like an alarm.
additional kettles
Pretty
and
much.
looking for like
I
wherever
need
we
to go
put
put more
tea.
snow in.
It's right up. It's right in the cabinet over the stove.
Yeah.
Fireplace. It's
Just Brett just
Oh,
has
so
gotten
reliable.
distracted and just starts making tea for us.
yep.
Lewis.
Anyway, so if you, what it is that these two are debating about is who's going to be dealing with the goats and sheep from Callan. Callum.
Why'd you give me a mug of tea?
Here's some tea for you.
Margaret wants to take.
Oh, you have thank you.
Tea for you.
It's a bit hot. Isn't it?
And some tea.
It was.
Yeah, we're all drinking. We're like chugging it.
Oh yeah, old people drinking scalding tea. I think
Old Man Henderson just kind of pushes his back so his perpetual crouch tilts backwards.
so. We've established that most people can keep the animals.
Well, Morrow
Not right now.
seems to intend to simply butcher the animals and smoke the meat, rather than keeping them in a pen for any.
And you have a certain
Making
amount. You have a certain amount that you're promised to serve back to the rest of the town. Well, no, I haven't made a pledge of yet. Specific amount, but I'll give 60% to the town as a whole.
It's a little lower than you think.
Well, I'm the one doing all the labor. Okay. And Margaret Good, do you have any? Well, I can promise that my usual wares I sell at very reasonable prices would be bolstered in quantity and quality by this.
What the fuck did
New
you
boom.
sell?
She
She
has like
sells root vegetables.
yeah, and there's
herbs.
also medicinal herbs.
She makes very nice potatoes. Very nice potatoes. I like the potatoes.
She does help me poop.
Pardon?
You personally help him poop. You heard him.
Come on.
Brett reaches over to a chalkboard, brushes off a tally marked number, and writes a 0.
Days since last Henderson's
Yes.
mention of poop.
No, this is his last food. It takes a
This is
while.
like 20.
We're like the closest friends in a way that's uncomfortable. It's like we know that about each other.
All the other slightly younger adults
Sophia
are
was
just
like
what
pale
the
a bit, which is
fuck?
impressive considering she's already quite pale. Anyways, you just need the goats, right? I mean, I was hoping to get the sheep. You just.
What the fuck are the sheep gonna do for you?
Well, it can't be too hard to shear them.
No, it is.
Oh, they are very different.
It can
Cheer.
be too hard, unfortunately.
it could be very difficult.
I've never shared sheep.
Me neither.
So that's it.
Except
I
for
get the
in
sheep,
summer
she
of
gets the goat.
2000.
It seems like that's the yes, good. That's the opportunity.
Are you alright, dear?
I'm just
Tomorrow.
I'm a bit nervous for some reason. I feel like there's someone.
Excavating the grave of my body right now.
Is that a knock at the?
At the door.
Everyone
Come
I
in.
know is
and, like,
in this
and
room.
Sophia would jump at that, like take a step back, like holding the
Someone
her
else is
teacup
here.
up as like.
I'd say we're
All
not
shuffle.
prepared for this,
Settle
but
down.
actually, this age group has the most competent fighters in it by a mile.
That is
I'll
actually
shuffle over to
probably
the door.
Because other than that, of the middle-aged group,
Just
I don't
sits
think
down
many
to
of us are
Oh,
that
someone
efficient
else
in
is here. I'll
fighting.
get another mug of tea.
I'll shuffle over to the door and open it. Because I'm assuming we don't have a peephole. This is like just like a shitty wooden door.
If there's like any cracks in the door, you can just
I look through
peer
a crack
through.
from one time.
You
Henderson
know there's a peephole, though.
Slammed his head into the door.
Yeah,
Rex
probably.
makes a mug of tea and starts walking over to the door. And
You open the door and there's someone in a thick fur coat, like a sheep wool coat, like kind of shivering. You can hear their teeth chattering under their hood.
Oh dear, do get out of that. Here, have some tea.
has prepared another mug of tea in the.
Thanks. I heard someone was trying to sell my flock.
You're not
What?
supposed to be here!
You were dead.
Oh
Is
no,
this,
he's
Totally
shot
dead and
again.
buried.
Does this look like Shepherdson?
That's good. Then you just fall down.
Don't actually fall, oh my goodness!
I would like
Oh,
to
no.
immediately walk
The
out
dead
on
are
the floor.
walking
His cup
again.
breaking and spilling tea all over the floor, and he's there
That mug.
still shivering on the ground.
I'm gonna go poke him in the
I would
lung
like to
instead.
immediately open the door, walk outside, grab whoever I find to go.
Can I make a check as
tell them
Ginger
what I
just be
just
like,
saw and then
somebody's
push
not
them out.
doing well?
Get the information out immediately.
I'm also going to do that, but spread the information. The dead are coming back to life again.
Can I make a check for Ginger to just like learn that
Just like
somebody's hurt?
907. Ugh.
What?
Can I make a check for Ginger
Horrible
to just like
year.
learn that somebody's hurt and be able to make my
I also just tell someone that Sophia's nervous.
Oh, I mean, rumors were spread.
Yeah.
We have 3 people.
Immediately.
We have like
All the kids
no,
are
wait,
out of town.
wait,
I have
wait.
nothing
And
to
So,
Elvis
do.
is
all the
like
small
mastermind.
children,
Like,
all the
snippets of
small children
information.
hang
Should
out
we do
here
that? Just
because we
spread
give
that
them like a
information.
schmeckle to spread rumors.
We give them little like grandpa candy.
Yeah, we all have
like
pockets
Werther's
of-
originals, and then are like, tell everyone that Sophia's nervous and that dead guy's back. Go.
The dead are coming back to life. Tell everyone.
I mean, Sophia is just kind of frozen in place, holding her scalding tea and like sipping it, like
Oh well.
distract herself now.
I'm gonna pick up my pickaxe
Pharaoh
and I
is
carry
just
it
straight
all
up going
time.
to check up on.
Oh
I
well.
would say this is,
Gotta kill the zombies.
Shepard
Say this
Simpson,
sounds-
calm down.
I would say this-
Who the hell are
I would say
you?
this lies squarely in your realm of expertise.
Abbreviator cut it while we read. Like we have like basically a PowerPoint where
Is
we
there
So it's on the chalkboard.
Dead man.
Simpson has forgotten this.
I've never seen them stand back up. They're not supposed to get back up.
He was dead.
Zombies ate my brother once.
Very,
Horrible time.
very dead.
Just like Pharaoh's going to check on his on Shepherdson's state of being.
He seemed shivering, but touching his skin is, he feels like he has a fever.
Oh, I
His
have
skin's
a-
hot to the touch.
And he has both.
I have
right?
like a
Yeah.
core auger, so I can take samples
Well,
of the
he's
core.
not
Can I-
dead, but
It's a
Let's get
really
him away
long
from the cold
drill
door.
that I used to
Let's-
take them to test the purity of
Let's
ice.
not apply
No.
the
I'm
ice.
pulling this out of my backpack and lining it up on him.
Lo just sets
No.
a hand on it and just moves it down. Easy Anderson.
Henderson, calm
I'm here
down.
with 2 foreigners and a not lucid person, but I feel like
Help me get him onto bed. Onto
like
bed over
frozen
here.
but hot. Ice hot. Icy hot patches you put on sore muscles.
You notice Sophia and her nervous like let go of her cup, but it's like just frozen midair, and you can see like a slight shimmering of the air around her as she like looks nervously at it, like walks around the room. She like bumps a chair, causing it to go up on one leg, but stays on that one leg as she like walks around to the laying down body.
I'm going to like stick my hand underneath
Time
the
stopped again.
voting cup.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's happening.
So Kaylin, she takes
Please
a
try
finger.
not to break another one of our mugs. Thank you.
Who the fuck is that?
He's
Who?
alive!
Who the fuck did that?
Yes.
Sophia.
Sophia.
He's
Oh.
alive.
And Brett is going to like
I don't know how to deal
walk
with
over
living
and
people.
Did you-
I deal with dead people.
Did
Then
you
you're
do
just
the
gonna knock on the
funeral
door.
rites
just
wrong?
scoop up
Infamy.
Shepherdson
spread.
and move him to a like more comfortable
Yeah, he got moved
surface.
over to a cot.
The camp counselor
Also,
energy if
does
somebody's
touching
hurt.
does touching the underside of the mug that was just frozen in midair do anything to it?
I mean, I'm sure when she like squeaked, both, eeked, there we go.
Eeked, okay.
And jumped back, everything that was frozen from her movement would, start moving again.
Ah, it just plunks into it.
It seemed to have been an unintentional reaction on her part. Or a precaution to protect herself.
That is 2 mugs now.
That one was saved.
Sophia, please try not to break another one of our mugs. Thank you.
I haven't broken any.
Our budget is so
We need to get
limited.
Virgil down from the mountain.
Yep.
I'm not going back up that mountain again. You cannot pay me.
I'll fetch one of our youngers.
Up
See
the
if they can...
mountain, you see.
Yeah.
Old Man Anderson's gonna go start walking.
What?
Oh no!
Then
Henderson? No!
character. Camp counselor vibes.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I need to go up the mountain again.
I think I sigh and do follow Henderson.
Go in.
If you're going to follow him up the mountain, at least make sure that the message gets delivered that we need.
And Sophia would call out.
Oh man, this man has a walking speed of like 5 feet. You can really do anything to stop him. He's so
I'm
slow.
canonically on a bum knee, so really I'm slow too.
He can't really see or hear. He's just
I
got
just keep like nudging you.
So
Not that
people
way.
call-
mountains in that direction.
Who's watching this guy?
I will.
Oh right, the zombie. I should probably kill him again.
Let's go up the mountain.
I feel like it would be
I
just
can-
something
what
Bear would do
happened?
to just
Soup, I
scruff
suppose.
you two. And be like, no.
You seem like you could use.
We need one
Everyone
capable
seems like they
person.
could use some soup. I'll start some soup.
I must
So
got a lot of
what-
info,
what's
but not a lot
happening?
of fighting.
So
roll a.
Random
You should figure out which rumor you came from. Because if it was he's
Yeah,
bad
that's
or if
funny.
the zombies have come.
That's true. I don't know what that's for. Does that just succeed or fail on?
I don't know. That's
You
you guys
just made
roleplay.
something up.
Yeah.
Care about this?
Why do we
Just
take
like
the
high,
salt?
low, or odd even.
Yeah.
Detect.
Seems like they could use some soup.
Detect.
yes.
Or actually intuit, which rumor is
Yeah.
probably the old
Or
man
we could
Henderson
roll
rumor.
sway.
Okay, let's roll sway.
Oh yeah, sway.
Which of us is more convincing?
None.
None. So you came randomly.
I heard both and I went, neither of these are real, but I have to know what the source was.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Shepherdson is apparently alive, and both freezing to he's been shivering,
Mm-hmm.
but he feels to the touch as if he has a fever.
Mm-hmm.
Other
So-
than that, we don't really know.
His body might be overcompensating, maybe? I don't know how
Or he
frostbite
may have been
works.
touched by the goddess of death.
Or, you know,
Considering that
maybe he
he's
was
alive,
touched by the
yes.
goddess of death.
Or the goddess of death has not actually properly retrieved him, or returned him.
Well,
Why?
alright, let's see.
Who does?
Sophia would direct.
Potters-
I'll go
Potters
back
was
and
on the stuff
check
on
the
on
library.
Where was he buried?
I can show you that too.
Alright,
The usual grave.
No,
the usual grave.
Oh,
that was the one that went missing, right?
Oh,
Yes.
did the grave get dug up?
Yes.
Yes.
It was
Oh.
dug up.
So,
And there was frost
question,
on it. And
addressing the
Is it
shepherd.
still dug up? Can we put it
Did
back
you-
in there?
Very
You-
alive.
Wake up buried in dirt.
Oh, he's like passed out. I see he's answering the door.
He doesn't
Well,
answer.
Yeah, he just fell over after he.
Well, if someone actually,
She's like, I
he
heard
could be
someone
dead
trying to
again in,
sell
like,
my
2
flock.
minutes.
Took a sip of the tea, like looking very angry and distinguished, and then just keeled over.
Also, who told
Yep.
you that?
Well, he's out, so we don't get any information from him anytime soon.
Well, I'm not there anyway. I'm going
Alright.
on with it.
Can Mero find like one of the slightly younger generation?
Anyone who has both working knees?
Yes, someone under the age of 65.
I
Both
imagine.
working knees.
Oh, choose any of your guys' characters that makes sense for that, or if you want a background character to do that.
But basically, we're sending someone up to the mountain to
I
go
picked
talk
the
to what's his
butler.
face.
Now we know.
What's his face, the Steam guy. That Shepherdson is alive, and we need him back. We need him down on the mountain.
Oh, Felix, sure.
Yes,
Have the
Felix.
other people arrived? Or have the other three, or have our digging characters come back yet?
No,
Can-
they're meant to.
So we have no other characters.
And you're digging. Oh no, they come back.
Okay.
Where the fuck is Rike?
Well, Rike's gone, obviously, but like the rest of these people are in town.
Nora is
there
very
like
distressed.
a first aid? Just like trying to make sure that this person is okay.
Sure. You can roll recall with advantage from your counselor background.
Pretty bad. 1 success.
Partial success. Okay, roll me an interface check.
Interface?
He's fucking dead.
Ah,
Oh no.
If the group exploring
No
the
success.
mound in the woods is returning, I would imagine Nora would probably be going to somewhere to
rolled a 2. My
to
interface is 4.
tell people that Rike the butler got stolen by a dead dog. What do I do?
Yeah, I think
Um,
Lon would seek out. I don't know how, like.
I mean, Sophia would be the one who's expected to be able to read the script on that tablet.
Oh, if I do have,
So
if I
they
do have
probably
the
turn up at the temple and
Really?
she's there.
if I have the tablet, then I'll probably try to find Sophia. I was thinking.
As
someone
always,
should
where's
tell
Sophia?
Antonio.
Yes.
Every
Rike's
character in
boss.
this damn village is trying to find Sophia.
Always.
Also, I sent you
The
something in
missionaries looking for
Discord
Sophia. I heard a rumor.
earlier.
So you have the tablet, so if you go looking for
So did
Sophia, I can
Sorry,
head
I'm gonna have to open
the
Discord
manor and
and
start
close
looking
it.
for Antonio to ask him about
Secret
causing
DM
trouble.
messages.
to find Rike.
It's kind of
Probably
before the
best.
meme
Let him know
thing,
his
but
employee
like
is
also it would be
missing.
kind of funny for this.
I don't know what kind of relationship you have to Antonio, but I think I'm not letting go of the tablet. So
It's funny that Idra's probably better at first aid than Victory.
Yeah, you can invoke that anytime you want, Matthew.
Okay, excellent.
Invoke what?
We can figure out the details later.
Sounds
your
good.
top secret powers that you always have every campaign.
Exactly.
Are you Vome?
Look at Bohm again! No!
You know it, Old Man Anderson's Katie Pass.
Ay, ay, ay.
He's not from town. He's coming to bring the infection.
He's been bad in his time.
He's been biding his time. Why hasn't he done anything
He's
till
been
now?
biding his time for a really long time.
Okay, so
He's gonna just fucking die before he actually does anything with an
what
infection.
group of characters we went together? I imagine you guys who are from the digging crew would catch Sophia as she's running back to her the church so that she can like go through the library there to look for anything that could help her.
Yeah.
We are just dumping more and more things.
It
into
just
this
grabs
horrible
her,
construction.
grabs her hand.
Established
Ah, no, don't leave! Don't take me!
Sophia. So
Damn.
I need to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
we found this
Another one?
strange
What?
tablet in the wilderness.
Oh, of course, okay.
Another what?
There were
Another
some
what?
dogs, they were hurt, and then Rike disappeared.
We wouldn't come to
Right-
well,
Right
I wouldn't
disappeared.
come to you if I thought
Yep.
anyone else would know.
Another
Wait.
what?
That part's not exactly important to you, but
Didn't Rike find Shepherdson the first time?
the
What?
first time?
Yeah, Rike was the one who found Shepherdson dead.
Did,
No, Rike found
did someone
Yeah.
Rike
find
found a
where
dog
his,
and
did someone find
it
where his
dragged
body
Rike
ended
away
up after,
in the
after
woods.
something dug it up?
Shepherdson
Something-
was found dead
Yeah, I
by
know.
Rike.
You're around to the
doesn't know
burial.
Actually, Fenrir
Did-
probably does
did
know that and is
somebody
like, that's not
find-
relevant.
The entire
Yeah,
town
true.
would have
That's
actually
double.
heard about that. So like that would be known.
Yeah,
Body?
but that's not
I
relevant.
wish it was a body. Bodies are easier to deal with.
What?
I mean, I didn't say that. I don't wish he was dead.
Who's dead?
I'm happy he's alive.
Who's alive?
Who's dead?
So let's.
Well,
Are
Rike's
you
dead.
dead?
I
you
maybe.
You're not dead. I'm touching you.
Oh god.
Hold
Well,
on.
now you're dead.
Well, no, you.
Hold up. Has something happened to Rike?
to what? Oh, Rike might be fine. A dog dragged him away.
A dog that should very much have been
A
dead.
dog, yeah.
It was thoroughly frostbitten
A dog-
everywhere.
What
But-
kind of dog?
A
sheepdog.
mangy one. Sheepdog.
Would we have been able to tell what kind of dog?
Yeah, it was a
this
sheepdog.
There were a
used to
bunch of
be?
them though.
Yeah.
But only one of them dragged Rike away.
Look,
And the other one's
like a
disappeared.
sheepdog, but the fur was all thinned out. So
Footsteps and
Yes.
pockets
Wow.
led to a
Wow.
mound
Sheepdog.
in a clearing.
Okay.
And in the mound
I'm
So-
blurring
was
my
this
And there were
tablet.
Wait.
frozen bugs.
Rike is gone.
Yes.
Rike is
Dogs
gone.
took him.
Yes.
No, not dogs. Just one of them.
Well, there were other dogs.
Tried
There were
to,
other
we tried
dogs,
to
but they
find
disappeared.
him,
They
but
didn't
the paw prints and footprints stopped, and we tried digging
Information's
where
not
they
relevant.
ended, but
So-
we found
I saw
that tablet.
there was a murder and I saw a guy there.
And we
but
disturbed
the
the
guy
grave.
wasn't important.
Dogs again.
An animal one, yeah.
And at the end of the trail, we found that tablet that you're carrying. Yes.
And the bones were cold.
And we were wondering
But-
if you could decipher it.
There's a butterfly. On
You
it.
really need to ignore what the child says. I'm sorry. It's important.
Can
but
I just
it's
pick
too
up
much.
Edra and lead her in a direction?
So Rike vanished
I-
at the same
We were
time.
just
I have some books to look
overloading
at.
this
Uh,
poor woman.
I am just gonna follow Sophia.
Meet me for dinner time, and I can talk about this problem after dinner time. Okay?
That's so long from now.
I can
It,
possibly.
it was 6 in the morning when we went
I have
outside.
some very important business to get to. Your concerns are very important.
It's very important to us.
Poor
Please stay on the
lady needs
line.
some- I think the poor
And she
lady needs some,
goes and she's
time.
like visibly in tears.
I think
Process.
Nora will try and follow after her and offer assistance in
What
searching
happened?
through records for anything helpful.
Okay.
Because she has like
Basically,
bookworm
There's
is her role, and she has a
an
bunch of
argument about who's
study
going
and
to be taking
recall
Shepherd's
and
flock.
stuff like that. So she's
And
probably the sort of person who's
then-
helpful for going through an archive.
I think
the
study.
only character I
Maybe
have
they're roll
left
for
is
that.
Meryl.
So
Okay.
she'll probably offer.
Roll study.
So let's see you again.
No, it's the kid down from the mountain. I'm here to deliver plot information!
And then back to the spa.
Partial success. Yeah.
And
What's your role?
So after Sophia was
Roll
brought
is
into the whole
bookworm
conversation.
and
Okay,
aspirant
then you
mystic.
should mention that because I would have given you advantage to make it a full success.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Bookworm and aspirant mystic.
Okay, so I'll
Yeah.
put that on the side. That'll make it so that she's
Shepherdson showed
recovered
up,
from her
alive.
fugue state before dinner.
He was shivering as if he was cold, but to touch, he feels as if he has a fever. And walked in. Well, he knocked on the door. We opened it. He walked in, said something along the lines of, "I heard something about him hearing about his flock," and then he just passed out.
I mean, it sounds like the flock should go to him then.
Yeah. Now that he's back,
Your
Yes.
people have mythology about that kind of state, don't they?
God bless the
Being
foreigner
dead and
being
also
the only one
alive?
relevant to this information.
that we don't. We don't have, as far as I know, we don't have much in the way of people returning from being
Mount-
dead?
Mount
he hurt?
Freemata.
Well,
We have actually
Hot
so much
ice.
lore.
yeah,
Here's
but
the
they don't
horror.
usually come back after they've been dead.
But
Yeah,
that's the whole
there's stories about
speculation
it.
of hot ice, right?
Yeah.
Is
Is the
is he
idea that
hurt?
she could breathe.
Not apparently. It's
I mean,
hard
if you
to
got
tell.
a fever and you're shivering, I think you're hurt.
Sick maybe, but not
How far up the mountain
physically
does your
injured.
character make it?
Also,
Oh,
if,
Emma.
Oh, those
if
two
I
Like,
guys.
just
we're
fell down
obviously
on the
going
floor
easy
and
way,
passed
but-
out, I'd also.
I mean,
hurt.
have you decided
Yeah.
how far up your character makes it?
Well, you guys,
I
wait,
think
those,
so.
Keep going.
those two characters like actually just committed
Yeah,
to
I
that.
think we just keep going.
Oh, all the Henderson's going.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think I was
cool.
going
Good
to-
to
I'm not
know.
allowed up the mountain.
We're going the
Never
easy
know.
way.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Emma's
I-
bitching the whole time.
Can I get a marker because I'm losing
Mountain
track
climbing
of
is
who's going
fucking
in which
easy.
direction.
That is
And
fair.
I would
Yeah,
like
that's
to
a great
try
idea.
and
We're
visualize
removing
who's
Old Man
going-
Henderson from
Alright,
the
let's
plot.
see.
Emma and Old Man
I
Henderson
apparently
are going
removed
up the
Rike
mountain.
from the plot, and
Uh,
I mostly hope that he's not dead because I
Old
really
Man
like Rike.
Henderson. Who?
Emma, yeah.
Emma.
Ha.
We've got Spa.
Omaha.
The true genre of this game was RTS.
Spa. All the kids
Except your kid.
except Idra. Not how you spell except.
So Nora's going to Sophia's records.
Still not how you spell except.
If I was told to come back during dinner, then where would I go? I don't think I need to be on the board then, because I'll probably just go talk to the other missionaries and tell them everything I found out.
Well, unless Emma comes down from the mountain, that removes you from play. Emma does have a bad knee.
Okay, I'm gonna be back
That's
in a
true.
moment.
Okay.
Well, Amon can go wander around. Or Amon can drop off the tablet at the missionaries and then go speak to
You guys
Antonio.
decide what's going on next. I'm going to come back with information that Sophia and Nora found in their library, and then you can confront Sophia without her having a panic attack.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Amon will just confront Sophia then. So,
I don't think there's a skill that lines up with that perfectly, but I would like to
Craft.
imagine Brett is very good at making soup.
Craft.
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 Has the word making.
Fair, fair. He does have a point in craft.
oh, and put. Okay, yeah.
Oh, if
Yeah.
we're
Oh, I see. Yeah, because we went to the Elder Hall to find Sophia, but now we know where Sophia's going. Menace.
no, that's your character quality.
Not yet, but it will be. Little shit.
Lurking. No business being a lurker. It is one of my character roles. Love being a lurker. Except Idra, rip. No
Yeah,
mountain
Idra
for
is dead.
Idra. No.
No, but Sophia is now.
I do hope that he didn't just decide to kill off Rike just because I
Not off
followed the
camera.
dog.
No, he wouldn't do that. He must be in
Probably
like
not.
the because when I saw the woman and the dogs, he said when I saw the woman and the dogs, they said it looked like she wasn't even really there, and so I'm assuming Rike is where they are.
Which woman?
She was like I'm assuming she was
You weren't there.
Something
the hot
of a
ice
memory of
person.
of the past kind of thing. Oh.
The
One of
spooky
the
ghost
kids.
lady with the dogs. That
See, I'm bad with those.
Can't
Idra
remember.
doesn't have to recall.
Yeah. Also, I don't think no, you weren't there for you haven't actually heard about that particular kid anyway.
Idra assumably has been around town, and Finri is similar, but
No, that particular whole thing with the
Alright, so what the fuck are
spooky
we
ghost
doing?
lady
Do
was
you
during
guys get consensus when I was gone?
one of the trials.
Well,
everybody seems to be scattering in
we
different
started.
directions.
Yeah, you're gonna
is
give
the-
us the information Nora and Sophia find, and then Amon and whoever else wants to be there are gonna ask about the tablet to Sophia.
Okay.
Probably you, unless you don't want
At what
Mom.
point would Old Man Henderson and Emma?
Actually, yeah, you drove follow Nora.
Later,
I would say that's like a
Yeah.
3-hour
Because that's
walk.
easier than me managing 2 characters at once.
Maybe a 2-hour? No, 3-hour.
Well, that's why I was like, I'm not gonna go over there. It's not
Yeah, Emma's pretty slow. And I'm blind.
Although
That's
how
a
much
3-hour
do I
walk.
respect Sophia's time? Literally not at all.
Well,
in the
that's why
first
you're
scene-
following her.
I know. In the first scene, Ellie was like, "You're thinking, I switch."
We need to get Wheelie.
Nora is researching. Brett is making some soup and trying to feed a little bit of broth to our passed out person because, if nothing else, he's cold, not healthy, and probably hasn't eaten in a while.
He's not
so-
cold. He has a steep fever.
Still, soup is good for that.
Hydration and nutrition.
Yep.
Put a cold compress inside, like in the movies.
Just
Yeah.
get a bit of the snow wrapped up in a towel or something.
Is there a meeting with the
Have that draped over his forehead.
All right.
Gotta get
So-
Old Man Henderson out of there before he kills his own.
We're gonna have 2 scenes that are gonna happen roughly in parallel. One where Sophia and Nora reveal what they found out to whoever's present, and then a scene in which Kaylin Jefferson wakes up for at least a period of time.
Where would Rebecca be?
Which one of these do we want to have happen first, and which characters do you think make sense to be present at each? We can have one happen first, and then the characters from one scene go over to the other.
Yeah, I think if
I mean, we kind of
Having
already have
Sophia
things split.
present when the herder wakes up is probably going to be more helpful than doing it in the other
well,
order.
also yeah, because Sophia told us to wait. So if Amon's waiting with the Elder Hall, he'll be there when the herder wakes up, and then we'll go to Sophia's place.
Wait, what?
Because
Oh.
Sophia was like, "Talk to me after dinner," so I would still be at the Elder Hall. Well,
If you want to move on.
well, we just move it back and forth. It doesn't matter.
Rebecca would probably be in the Elder Hall.
Idra will have toddled along after Nora and Sophia because they told Idra to wait, and Idra went no. Because Idra's a kid who's impatient and has learned about a research area, and when that has books.
Just
Yeah,
pulls
Amon
a
will be
book.
here
Just
and
pulls a
then
book
there.
off the shelf, and it's just Idra hiding behind the bookshelf somehow.
No,
Lurking.
just behind the book, just like really squeezed in there.
It's you guys just like looking through the records, like I'm looking for the
Okay.
specific book.
So
Where
which scene-
is-
which scene are we doing first?
Let's do
I think
her, right?
Elder
looks
Hall
like
first.
the record.
Records first.
Records first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we have to sit it out, but
Yeah, that's fine.
it's better for the group to have.
Yeah, screw
So-
those 2 options. Mountain.
Just know that while this is happening, Emma and Henderson are tottering up the mountain.
What could go wrong?
They'll be fine. They'll
Mira
do
would
the
have made
kids.
sure that one of the youngers also went with these 2.
And we're
to,
pissed about it.
Yeah.
You would have been pissed
You're
if one of
pissed
the youngers
about it.
had gone with
I
you.
don't know they're there.
That's real.
Okay. So
I was also to
Sophia
keep him
would
from wandering
pull
off
off-
of the forest and dying.
a book, and
And actually get the actual message up to the mountain.
it is an old book that seems to have been rebound multiple times over. You see some of the pages in the book look distinctly newer than the other pages in the book, and that's not because those pages are newer, it's because those were the replacements for the pages that were too old and fell out.
So that it's because of the newer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this town called again?
Hatchetburg.
Hatchetburg?
Yes, I knew Hatchetburg.
Why did you name it Hatchetburg?
Because.
You're obsessed with starfish.
Sure. It's Hatchetburg in the Fukang mountain range. You all made the mistake of giving me access to the sheep.
I'm on board.
Okay, so
And there's this mountain's named Grandfather Sap.
And that one I'm pretty sure isn't on us.
some of you might
It's not
know
on
this,
us.
but Hatchetburg is it's a mispronunciation or mistranslation of its older name.
What's that?
Heteroburgia.
It was Hackate.
Where did the bird come from?
It was naming
People love
tradition.
throwing bird
No.
onto things.
Yeah.
Old Man Henderson named it.
This was simply Outpost Hackate.
What's Hackate mean?
I'm getting to it.
In other words, he doesn't know.
I'm still reading. Shut up.
I'm not entirely sure. This isn't a historical text. This is about religious matters specifically.
Mm-hmm.
What I do know is that Outpost Hackate was used at a garrison at times for some kind of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And in that garrison, on top of having, this town used to, this area of town used to have a bigger population, and thus we had more priests. We had a priest for each of the deities.
Which one are you for?
Cold ice.
Ice cold.
That's like you. You do the frost stuff too.
To a degree, I suppose.
The outpost had priests, which, they mostly served a medicinal role on top of a religious role. They communed with the gods, but also helped in matters of childbirth, health, and laying to rest of the dead. At that time, there was a priest of hot ice. They
Wait. The guy is overheating and also frozen. So is that a hot ice?
I really don't know.
Oh.
There's it's something peculiar though. Whereas the other priests serve medicinal roles and spiritual roles, this one, it mentions something of a military role.
Sounds like they were bad at their job then.
Something about prisoners? Anyways.
This would be a good place for like a prison garrison. So if you get out, I mean you're still kind of
Each of the priests in their practices had when communing with the gods of the gods can't touch this world and simply make something. They can't touch this world and simply carve away space. Like when you push your hand into clay, you push aside clay in the making of a pit. So it is with the touch of the gods. In the end of life, you can't just carve out a being. You have to place a physical object where that person used to be.
So that's why he's not allowed to be alive anymore.
Oh. Think of it in reverse. If you're to place a living thing into this world, or a physical object into this world, you have to carve out, in equal measure, clay of the same kind.
Mm-hmm. And once it's made into something, it can't be unmade from something.
Yes. What I mean to say is to create life that isn't from spirits of your discorporated spirit from the time before time. life has to be carved away to make an object that was once not alive, living once again.
So you need to kill something to bring something back?
I think so.
So, did you kill someone?
What? No! No,
I don't
no,
know,
no!
you're the one who was most recently in contact with him. That seems logical to me.
He was dead! I deal with dead people!
Yeah, but
I
then
saw
sometimes
him get
people,
put in the ground.
you make them alive.
No! I follow cold ice. I make sure things stay still.
Didn't do your job very well this time.
Do you want my help or not?
I don't know what's going
Be a
on.
drone.
Do you need more books to read?
I have everything that's relevant. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so do we need to go and put the guy back in the ground?
Well, he's currently.
I don't know. I don't kill people.
Well, he's not supposed to be alive though.
You all stopped Old Man Henderson. He was going for it.
If it's the God's will for him to live, I'm not to oppose that.
Well, yeah, but shouldn't we find out what made it non-alive to bring him back to life then? So that it can also be buried properly?
Or perhaps whatever caused him to die temporarily in the first place didn't properly remove and replace.
Like he went into a really deep sleep and his heart stopped working for a bit, and now he's back.
Or he was the thing they killed to put something else here.
Oh, and
And
the
then that
other
thing
thing
isn't
died,
there.
but now he's back. But
Yeah.
that's a really short turnaround process. He was the goat.
Not long for someone to manifest.
Well, or like
there's been tales of some of my predecessors who, admittedly, were more mighty in their resonance with cold ice than I. Spent seconds, sometimes minutes. In one case, there's a record of someone spending hours dead and waking back up, coming back with a contract.
well,
Even if they had one previously, sometimes they come back with a new one.
do they come back with it? Do they come back with those sorts of conditions? Are they like
Sorts of conditions?
overheating and shivering and falling down and passing out?
I mean, those are common sickness. If you're cold enough to be dead for a while, it's not unrealistic that your body you'd be in shock.
I mean, also if you woke up when you were buried underground, that'd be shocking too. So maybe he's just fine and has a new fancy contract. Hey, it's the time of season for contracts. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. Now, is there anything else specifically that...
Yes, that tablet.
Yeah.
The butterfly.
What tablet with a butterfly?
Call out a tablet with a butterfly on it.
That was...
Iman has it.
Yeah, I have it. I'll show up.
The butterfly is a completely independent object.
That was
It's a
found
No,
at
it's
the-
carved into the tablet.
Oh, okay.
But the text is the part I
It's
care
on the
about.
other side.
That was found in the ground at the end of the
The dog.
footprint and paw print trail we
you
were
would
trying
have
to
seen
follow.
butterflies.
Why didn't you tell me about this earlier?
Well, you
We
tried
did.
to and you yelled at me.
Okay.
Panic attack much?
So... You know, you said paw prints, right?
I saw Ellie writing notes.
Around around Kalen Shepherdson's grave, when it was dug up,
Uh-huh.
there was paw prints.
Yeah. And there was paw prints around this one too. But they led just up to them and then they stopped. And there wasn't a dog.
And the footprints.
Oh, they killed Rike.
Rike's
bringing him back to
footprints
life.
disappeared with them.
I'm not dead yet!
No, we
I hope.
We should kill him to bring you back to life.
We don't know.
No.
We don't know.
We're gonna go on for
Rike's
2 hours and
condition.
realize you should have just let Old Man Henderson live in this
We
guy
have-
for no reason.
And
we
Rike
have
just...
little to no information on
Okay.
Rike's status.
One sec. I can read through this pretty quick.
I already chipped it all out, so it looks easy to read.
Okay, this is fine.
Usually we'll just start picking up the book that was set down and just start reading through it.
It's a historical book, and there's a lot of like archaic medical practices in there that are like border on the religious as well. And
Pull out my journal and copy them down.
What's in that journal?
Everything.
there is like, I mean, I guess the sections on water have to deal with like dealing with mundane diseases and
There's something about leeches.
and like sometimes something to do
There's
with
no way
crops.
we have leeches.
Ice has to deal with dealing with improper disposal of corpses and dealing with like cutting off diseased limbs and such, and some other obscure stuff that feels more poetic than literal. A few ripped out pages in that section when you start talking about hot ice. And I mean, in the section to do with steam, there's childbirth and steamier stuff.
That stuff's boring.
But yeah. This. Please stop asking.
Where is Rike? Where is Rike? Where is Rike?
No, that is not what I was asking.
Is Rike alive?
No, that can become that. No, let's shove that for now. Okay.
Jen. Yeah.
Okay, so this reads: in death, may you, as in life, follow my dear butterfly and bring her back to me. Oh, this was the name of the dog.
Who would ever name an animal after another animal?
No. The name of the dog, was Daisy.
Oh, what's about the butterfly then?
The butterfly? Oh.
Flowers were daisies, right?
No,
Yeah.
They were.
Butterfly. Oh,
Sophia would have seen the butterfly clip that Shepardson was holding.
Yeah. What was this other butterfly motif? I know we had one left.
The pin.
Yeah.
In the butterfly pin.
So, this
few
is
times
it's kind of like a pun.
Mm-hmm.
This word is pronounced Mabel, which is also, a name.
Yeah. So it's Mabel.
This is effectively asking the dog to follow and find Mabel and bring it back to me, whoever, I assume is the author, like it did in life.
I didn't.
Check the document. See if Mabel's
not
already in
Amon,
NPC.
but me saw the person asking where Mabel was.
What?
But that's not
Who?
clear. Aya saw the woman ask.
Oh, the lady. On
Yeah,
the mountain
and
was
she
looking
was
for
like,
The butterfly clip.
"Have you
It's
seen
the butterfly?
Mabel?" And it was but
Oh,
I
that's
don't
the
know that.
butterfly too.
The kids are in the spa.
So,
Aya's probably telling all the other kids right now.
There was a weird butterfly thing.
My characters don't know anything about this. I'm not here.
so I'm thinking it's some sort of ritual to try and find this Mabel person.
I love that
In
to get us up to the mountain, you sent like a literal child who says these two old people.
I did not send a child. I sent an adult. A young adult, but still an adult.
You wouldn't use something like this to find a living person.
The little
trying to
stone.
find a dead person.
You don't send a dead animal to find a living person. It's
Oh.
that simple.
And yet
Send
apparently
a
they
alien
did.
to find a dead person.
Wait, so is Rike the person who needs to be... What? No, this is... I understand. You just confused.
So why would they take Rike?
Wait, so is Rike Mabel then?
I don't think so.
I don't understand.
No, Rike is not Mabel.
We need to find... You need to find Rike.
Well, we tried that!
Do you have a proper search party? Do people know that he's gone?
We picked up the grave.
She goes...
Rebecca was there.
She goes pale.
I feel
What's
like
his
we
name
would
again?
have told someone.
Does Antonio know?
Who's Antonio? I know
his
who
boss.
Antonio is.
Antonio's his boss.
No.
I feel like someone probably would have told someone.
I'll start a rumor.
Not you. I mean, the two of us were waiting in the Elder Hall. We could have easily sent out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
A message
Antonio
to-
lad is also there.
I'm assuming if there was like in the time where research was happening and we weren't there,
Yeah, we
we
would have.
sent off at least someone to talk to Antonio because I had that as a like thing in my head because we know.
Yeah, we
who
would
Rike
have
works for.
at least been getting together the
Do you want to see
basics of a
something from
search
there?
party.
No. It's from where?
From the place where Rike disappeared.
Where?
From
was-
over in the bramble thicket that we dug up to get the stone.
No,
There were
Yeah,
beetles
there
in the
was
walls.
Nora will like
Completely.
take one.
She like looks on in horror.
No, it was fine. They were all dead.
Nora
She
takes
relaxes a bit.
Nora takes out like her notebook and flips to a blank page and just sketches out like a very simplified outline of here's the mound in the center.
So wait.
User takes out the map and shows her where it is.
Okay, Rike disappeared at.
Yes, right
So
at
this is
the
where
stone.
the dog
here
happened.
at the stone.
yes.
Well, nobody saw Rike get dragged all the way there, so Rike might have just disappeared into the tunnel.
Is the stone a doorway of some
You saw his
Well-
footprints lead up to the.
Rike,
No.
yeah, Rike's footprints led up to
Could
there.
the stone be some sort of doorway, perhaps?
This is a gravestone. Was that a grave?
Yeah,
There
the bones were
some
cold
animal
though.
bones. They were cold to the point of producing ice
Flowers.
and
Okay.
Flowers from
I didn't
made of
touch them though.
ice.
Wait. The bones were cold.
Yeah,
To
They
the
were
point of
frozen-y.
producing ice.
You disturbed the burial.
I didn't touch them.
Trying to figure out where
I
the
didn't
fuck
disturb
Rike
the
went.
burial. I mean, a little bit. I helped with moving the dirt out of the way. We thought Rike might have been into the ground.
I did not know it was a
Like that
burial
look.
until after
Stop
we
being
had found the
disappointed in me.
bones. We were under the assumption that something had taken right underground or something.
Underground may have been better.
What? I knew it was a bird. I had a sidebar earlier.
I have been banished
So
to
we're
the Shadow Realm.
Rike
I think when you
was
said
taken
so, Rike is
into
people, and
wherever
everyone was like,
spirits
no, that's
go.
stupid. Amon goes,
After
yeah, that's
the body
stupid.
I hope that's what happened. That would be better.
What do you fear?
I fear Kalen's life is not natural.
Who the
Well,
fuck
but
is
Kalen's
Kayla?
Kaylin.
Kalen Jefferson.
Yeah.
Jesus, people.
That hurt. Kaylin was back before Rike went missing, right? Because Rike went missing this morning after the water, and the grave was dug up some other
By
time
a dog.
by a dog. But there were
Night before last.
night before last. That's not when Rike went missing.
Rike went missing this
Kalen
morning.
showed up
This morning.
this morning,
After
an hour or
Rike.
so.
We,
After.
we don't know
Yeah.
at what point his body started moving again.
Okay, but if a dog picked him up,
I don't
And
think
then
we have
dogs
enough
took Rike.
timeline information.
wait, so is he Mabel? Who is Mabel?
That is a very solid question.
I-
don't know.
Oh, it's
Remember?
she grabs the tablet. I'm going to see Kalen Jefferson. I have a few things to try.
Okay. Killing him?
No, we're not killing anyone.
Oh, okay. It's okay, I'm not good at killing people anyway.
Okay. So
That's good.
let's start the scene. A few minutes before the rest of the people show up. At the house.
Time for the best
Andrew's
friends.
gonna be helping him
Miro,
make soup.
Brett, and the two of us. Let's go.
Brett has just been
What a
like
funny casting characters.
Brett has
Rebecca
just,
is
like,
by the
collected some
door,
broth from
watching
this
the
soup
body
and is like
with her
trying
axe.
to carefully feed some like
Not
slightly
like
cooled down
fully
broth
drawn,
to,
but it is the axe is out.
Caleb to just try and make sure he gets like some hydration and some nutrients in him because all Brett knows is this guy was in the ground a couple days ago, meaning he probably hasn't eaten since then.
Our match is a thing.
Findry helped
Yeah.
make the soup.
No.
Flint and steel.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. That or like a tinderbox, maybe.
Tinderboxes are
Nature's
just
probably
like
the
stone
best at
box.
drink making too.
Okay, so he would like after drinking some of it, he would like.
Are you all right there, son? You gave us all quite a fright.
Sammy, Mom, no more. I don't need. I'm fine. I've had enough.
Nobody hears your mother. Please wake up and address people properly. Said in the most maternal voice.
This is your counselor.
Yeah.
Oh, when he wakes, I will light the
I'm
small
not
fire.
your mom. It's your job to hold
There's
your
already
own.
been a fire in the
Oh,
fireplace.
that's fine. I'll just be near the fire then.
Where
You're in the eldest.
where's Val?
Who?
Who are you?
I'm Marrow. Thomas.
Right. You're
You
at the
are.
Elders' Hall.
Do
You're
you
the
remember anything?
new person in town.
No.
No, I have been here for
Is-
years now.
Marrow is a town elder.
Shepherdson, what's the last thing that you remember?
I had
Do you know what day it is?
Is Dad back? Is he back from work? No, he.
Looking for.
I shouldn't be here.
Who is he looking for?
I shouldn't be here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come back. I didn't mean to.
Son,
Can
take
I-
a breath. Take a breath. son.
Take a breath.
Deep inhale in. Deep inhale out.
So sorry.
Can I?
I'm so sorry. So
Offer it
sorry.
up.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can I offer a comforting hug in this time?
There'll be
What would
time
that
for
be? Sway?
apologies
In my
later.
inventory.
Fair enough. Roll with double advantage, sway.
Sway. Where's
Yeah,
my
I
sway?
think Brett is going to try and
So wow,
assist
still a
with
complete success
helping
with
him.
2 advantage.
with trying to guide him towards steps for calming down. He's a retired soldier, so he has probably at least some experience helping people in states of shock or trauma responses or things like that.
Okay. You managed to get into
recovering
a
from
sitting position. The hug helps. He kind of ends up numbly spooning some more of the broth into his own mouth. Having gone quiet for a solid 5 or so minutes.
You do, yes.
Every now and then his body trembles. But besides that, he seems to have somewhat come back to himself.
Let us know whenever you're ready, son. We can talk about what you've been through and figure out how best to handle it.
Or if you want to tell us how you're feeling, if you've heard it all, we might be able to help with that.
Indeed.
Rebecca is watching him for any sudden movements.
Miss Predator over there.
Where's Maple?
Is that a name any of us would recognize?
We need to get over there.
Sure, you can show up now.
What the hell are you guys? Quiet down!
I didn't mean to!
Ouch! All of you!
We just calmed him down.
God damn it!
I want to say Rebecca throws her axe into the fucking
Just
by the door.
nails it right next to the doorframe.
Why doesn't everyone sit down? take a breath and enjoy a bowl of my lovely soup.
Iman doesn't respond well to being told what to do. He stays standing.
Rebecca pulls her axe out of the wall and goes back to the fire.
Brett starts just aggressively
Like a host who's like, I had an activity planned.
And Meryl like goes back
Soup.
to attempting to
Rebecca
calm
will
down
not take it.
Shepherdson.
We've gotten saddled with such like defiant characters.
Sit.
No, we're busy.
I'm good,
Soup.
thank you.
Sit down.
Soup.
Mine now.
If you go near Rebecca, she will hit you with such a withering gaze.
Soup.
She's not even near a table.
Soup.
She's standing as close to the fire as she can.
He sets it on the floor next to her.
Yidra will go and pick it up. My soup now.
3 bowls of soup for
Like soup for the child.
Understand. You're
Yidra
growing,
hasn't
you're growing
eaten
girl. You
today.
need your nutrients.
Yes.
Yeah, but make sure you get some extra potatoes in there.
Ooh, I like
you need your
potatoes.
nutrients. You're a growing girl.
Good, we got some more soup for Shepherdson.
Indeed. Yes. Here you go.
So this is Meryl. It's just
First cup was mostly broth. This has a bit more substance to it. Some food might do you some good. You've been. This might have been some time since you last ate. What day is it?
It's Tuesday.
We decide right now.
Today's Tuesday.
But also that we have to
Blah, blah, blah.
Insert day on
Third
the
day
calendar.
after the.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
fair
yes, yes.
enough.
You don't exact say it.
Third day after.
I
Third
did
day
not
after the
remember.
fall equinox.
1774.
A lot has happened
It's actually
in
a
this
Shores
session.
Day.
I lose some time.
Because considering the fact that he thought Meryl was new to the town, they'd also give like the year.
Yeah,
whatever
1774.
It's probably
Whatever
like X
fucking
amount
year
of
it is,
years since somebody was last seen or something, you know? Like since the last
1774.
appearance of Mount. I can't remember the word or whatever.
Every month.
Yeah.
It's the whatever day.
We've all sat down. We all have our soup. We've taken a breath.
Yes.
4 bowls of soup.
I'm gonna have to make it up to her, Mr. Brooks.
Does Mabel like dogs?
Yeah, she loves dogs.
She likes sheepdogs?
That's what we have around the farm. I should probably get back. I don't want to be late.
How many sheepdogs do you have?
No, it's like Shepherdson. It
5.
may be best if you stay here.
Shepherdson. Just call me Kaylin. My dad's Shepherdson.
How old are you?
Okay.
That is.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I
It's all right.
didn't mean to be. I didn't mean to be here. I'm sorry.
Have you seen The Boys? The television series.
Yes.
Not him, you!
It took me a really long
No, I'm
time.
about to make a reference. I need to understand the reference.
A while, like a few years ago.
What?
Yes,
Okay.
I did watch it in real life. He moved. Yeah.
Rebecca's gonna place her hand on his shoulder. Oh, you don't understand that reference. That's sad.
People place their hands on their shoulders in media all the time.
No, but the way Homelander does it is a whole. It's a whole other way.
I know. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's not a friendly hand on your
No.
shoulder.
Oh, I see.
It's to start making sense.
It's the way you put your hand on the animal you're gonna bring to the slaughter shack.
It's the when you just need to do this to crush their throat.
Yudra's just gonna Yudra's been wearing like a big coat, and just like reaches into the coat and picks out a possum and just hands it over.
The guy says his soup's in his lap.
How
Is it like a stuffed animal?
Petra, why do you have that in your coat?
That's Worm.
Why do you have
Wait,
Worm?
is Worm alive or? Okay.
He acts it all the time.
Can I try to infer how old
It's
he
just-
is based on how he's
It's just
playing with
doing
his hand?
that.
And if so, can I have advantage
Well,
you know,
because of
Worm-
mother?
Worm goes dead
Yes.
sometimes too.
That would be study.
Fuck.
Wait, what are you rolling?
I'm trying to defer his age based on. Jesus Christ.
4 dice for your roll.
Yep.
Hydra just gets like this weirdest, the weirdest.
Actually,
like,
Partial success.
Can I also make a check based on just like trying to, because Idra is a lurker. Can you just try and read this person?
Sure. You need to try too. He slowly puts the possum down
What
and
am I
then,
rolling?
and then holds up
I
the
would
spoon
also
of
like
soup
to
it.
point out, everyone, this
Listen
man
to
was
it.
created
Does he eat this
by the
soup?
Pyre top. Like,
Idra feeds worm.
you
I
dressed
think
feed
while- I
worm
think while
today.
If I
Possum
die,
and
can I
Soup
play
King
worm?
Fed worm
are
today
going,
because it was
Laura
6
is going to,
a.m.
like,
and then we were taking stuff.
shift to be next to Sophia and ask her.
Ooh. Into it?
Study.
Do you
Study.
What are your thoughts on
Alright, those are
what's
the same.
happening?
So that's 1 success.
What do you have?
I won't get it.
He didn't come back whole.
1 success, yes.
1 success.
Partial
Seems
because
like he
player.
is missing
Oh,
at least
Or that would be a
some
full
amount of
success.
time.
I'm the lurker and I rolled a 2 and a
Maybe he went to
Idra
Ephremata.
success.
Maybe someone else got him from
I
there.
didn't even mean to say it like that.
I successed.
Is that a? Is Ephremata a term that we would recognize?
Yeah,
It's-
were you not there for the war dump?
It's the spectrum. Wait, hold on.
Possibly not. No.
I don't
Oh,
think
no,
you
you
were there.
weren't,
Hold on,
actually.
hold on, hold
I
on,
tend
hold on,
to show
hold
up
on,
late
hold on.
because I work.
Okay, so
It's a spectrum mountain.
people think that this
Oh,
mountain
it's
is the
this
tallest
book-
in the
yeah.
range, but it's not, and locals know that it's not true. The tallest is Mount Ephremata. It said you can only stumble upon it through a cloud bank, a place and a memory. Top of the mountain line, the gods used to live there, but like in like a transitory way. Humans who visit stay. Some have gained favor of the wives of death. No list. Oh, my handwriting's so bad. Was over put together as to how those are not English words.
No
to
list
gain
was ever put together.
their favor.
One of the
Also-
things
It's not a
with
better
this
afterlife.
Is,
It's just
yeah.
different.
one
Oh,
of the
yeah.
things with the mountain
How
is
long has
that
it
you
been
can.
since the old fucks left?
If people who have lost something
An hour
go up
and a
there
half.
and then return, they sometimes bring back things that they had lost.
But they're genie wishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
But like if they
a
had
person
lost
wants
like
her
a
baby
child,
back, and she get.
they get their baby, but the baby never grows.
Yeah, the story was someone had a
And-
stillborn child. They find out not if they're about to come back with a happy living child, but over the years the child never grows older than a few months.
It's like folklore.
And
Like full success.
they
because
don't
lurker.
come back whole.
And yeah, there's examples of people getting stuff that was of them, like you're trying to get their age back. And that doesn't go well either.
Yes.
It's that
But that's
like
just-
that movie where you just age backwards.
But that's
No.
No, you
it's
forget
like
of being young.
they have all of the memories of being old and none of their memories of being young, but they are young.
yeah. It's so yeah, I guess that's another possible explanation of what's going on right now. On top of the
Except
generic
kind of
hot ice stuff.
Full success.
What are you trying to get from him?
I was trying to read him.
Partial success on how old he thinks he is.
Okay, so you just get the vibes of an annoying child.
This is like a 40-something-year-old man.
Yeah, trying to like get out of doing work or like trying to like avoid something.
Yeah.
You every now and then
I'm
see
well
a
aware
gap
of
in that facade. As yeah, his eyes every now and then like look up amongst the faces around him, and doesn't like he's looking for someone and repeatedly doesn't find them.
You're hurt in a strange way.
But when his eyes do dart around like that, his childish he often freezes. All the childness demeanor fades entirely, and it seems like after a few moments of in that more lucid state, he like flinches as if stung, and then goes back to a more childish demeanor. It's a hungry
Needles of-
possum.
Yeah.
Worm?
That's worm.
Why worm?
The tail.
Mm. Worm's hungry.
Yep.
My finger's not food. Worm, here.
Fully can confirm you've not found one bed.
I have fed worm in days.
No, he tried to pick a worm's tail.
Oh, yeah.
Is what happened.
Yeah.
And Worm tried to bite him.
Yep. That'll happen.
Why are you all staring at me?
But Mabel is. And Mabel likes dogs. And Mabel likes dogs.
No, don't eat the spoon.
Is Sophia here?
The spoon tastes funny.
You. People who let their dogs lick stuff and then lick the thing the dog licked.
Yeah.
Did Sophia come here?
She's here.
Yeah, she's here. She's
She's
mostly
got some important information she wants to share with the class.
important information. Oh,
Checking
anyone who's caring for him?
I've been trying to make sure he eats some soup.
Well, let's step away. I don't want it to overhear.
We shall be right back. Alright?
Leaving
My
the
spoon,
worst
my
characters
spoon.
to leave with him.
Hey,
I
let's
think
go!
he was actually just gonna sit right next to
If
him.
he tries anything, he's fucking dead.
So,
I'm throwing him in the fire.
it's another spoon.
He's playing tug of war with the spoon. And
Have him
then
eat with the
Possum, who's like
spoon.
slowly trying to drag away the spoon. But
You
every now and
should
then he
eat
like
with this
pulls
spoon.
it lightly. What?
You should eat with this spoon.
Okay.
That one's one spoon.
I so wish that I had that on camera. Because holy cow.
Okay, so outside.
I'm just gonna do mild description for
So
camera.
I have two ideas of what would have happened. Either
Can you describe to the camera what you were just doing?
later, or you can do it
It,
now, or
it would probably be better because it was
okay,
like
do it
time
quickly.
Basically, Shepherdson was feeding, or was playing tug of war with the possum, while also eating soup with his other hand and mildly failing at it.
Okay.
Anyway,
So I have two theories. Either someone or something retrieved Shepperson from Mount Ephraimate. Now that's a neat solution, and it would make sense with past stories, but that usually doesn't require you to dig up the body. And his body was dug up. And, well, the other possibility is that someone contracted to hot ice, paid the price to bring him back. Those are the two solutions that I can think of. Or he wasn't dead in the first place, and someone bound to Lady Cold Ice could have potentially faked a death. That's also possible. But I don't see why that would happen. Unless... No.
unless what?
Well, unless they were trying to help him get a contract of his own to Cold Ice for some reason or another. It has been known to happen, though it's generally not a good idea. And it doesn't work reliably either. Being unconscious for the duration can, it's harder to gain resonance. You have to be yourself even in your half-alive dreams. That person would be able to gain resonance with Cold Ice, and not many people are like that.
What would he want with such a contract is the other thing to consider.
Well, his family's dead. They've been dead for years. No. I don't think so either.
Would any of the old farts remember if the person that he's looking for was someone they knew?
So, okay.
Yeah,
You don't actually know. Wait.
They
Like
would be the old farts.
You know, all of your old
farts.
farts, roll a recall check right now. This is maybe something you would
Go.
have known the second you heard it. Or maybe just say your old memory, like, just sometimes ferments and remember this.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow,
Christ.
you do not remember anything.
Neither do
Nothing.
I.
You at least got a
Any of you have a roll that would
Yeah.
help this?
I have a partial success.
I have, like,
Not really. Retired soldier just seems to imply that there may have been time that Brett was
Yeah,
I
no,
do
away
have
from the village.
observers.
I
So
will
if I
invoke
saw
Ice
ever,
Prospector to give
You
myself
haven't
an
been here
instance
long
of
enough.
disadvantage.
Okay, so.
Why is it that Marrow's the only one who might have an idea?
Information.
Bruh.
Because we're all
Well,
old.
He was noted as like somebody that Shepardson
I mean,
recognized
information
as
is
a
true.
new person in town.
Yeah, but you've been here long enough. Let's say you were around before the incident.
The incident.
The incident. Everybody else hadn't been born yet.
You
Yeah.
remember
Well, no.
None of my characters
Mabel
have before.
was one of his siblings.
And
no
One of the Shepherdson kids.
Did they like disappear, or just does no one actually know what happened to them?
All that you know is that there's a period of time where the family didn't get into town as much, didn't sell as much, and then a month later, Kalen Shepherdson was found alone in his family farm, tending to the goats.
Somebody like went to go check on them.
Yeah, and none of his family was there.
Oh, so it's not like, and then they found them dead. It was like,
No.
and then it was just him.
And then it was just him.
At this point, Nora would probably mention the day of his funeral when I saw him buried. There were other graves nearby. There was one for
Oh, yeah,
Fell,
over time.
Finnegan, Celine.
I guess
and then
that's the
there was
simple
an
version of the story.
and then
That's the
there was
initial version
an
of the story. You didn't
empty,
follow.
and then there was an empty, overgrown one. Could that have been Miss Mabel?
Mabel was one of his siblings.
Wait, there was one of them missing. I need to check who it was, but I was gonna say the whole hot eye stereotype makes sense. There's no one left alive to bring him back. All of his family's dead, but
The ones
If
that
Mabel
had
had if Mabel had vanished rather than dying, and he'd been trying to find her, or someone had. If she had somehow still,
I need to go check the graves. I'll be right back.
I'll come with you.
Okay.
Which one of you is that?
And then
Adri.
she'd head out.
Hello, Yidra is trying to prevent this tug of war between a possum and a child of a man.
Yep.
Rebecca is prepping to kill that man on his latest chance of provocation. With fire, of course. She's been well trained for the zombies, she knows.
Why? Why has she been trained for zombies?
Nora
Henderson.
would probably want to go with Sophia.
Henderson
Brett
is
would
her
stay
only
here
parent.
to try and
does a lot
maintain
to a
some
person.
semblance of
The fact that Rebecca
Keep-
turned out
keep
this
people
normal
from killing
is
each other,
miracle.
yeah.
situation.
She's a great buffer for how Cass is.
I love that.
Cass absolutely fucked up. When you consider her grandparentage, she's doing all right.
Okay.
I love the contrast of like, look at Henderson Simpson, and you will see how Rebecca is, and then it's like, look at Finn, and then assume what Finn's kid would be like. Now look at Yidra. Not the same.
Rebecca knows about the zombies. Assuming that's actually something Old Man Henderson's experienced and not made up. Who knows?
Okay, so
His old memory, not great.
He's in the fantasy stages of his life.
I'll just summarize what upon checking the gravestones, you do find the recently dug up grave of Kalen Shepherdson, the intact grave of Fell, Kalen's brother, the intact grave of Finnegan, his father, and the intact grave of Celine, his mother.
So
And that
Fel,
leaves-
Finnegan, and Celine
And
are
an
still
empty
buried.
grave with an unmarked headstone.
Is
That
that why?
Miss Maple.
Oh.
So Fel, Finnegan, and Celine are still buried.
And-
Mabel is an unknown and has been an unknown since, well, whenever she disappeared.
When he was found in the children's bed, I was assuming those were his dead children, but if he was one of the children.
Yeah. That would actually make more sense.
I would presume you guys return back to the main room and relay this information.
Yes.
We don't need to rope it out specifically.
So, in this case, it seems, of course, of action is to try to find Mabel and hopefully with her, hopefully find Rike as well.
If Mabel's alive. If Rike is alive.
Hopefully they will find and we'll be able to sort this all out.
Well, Mabel would be a good
Would we know if killing the person who was forced back to life would bring the other person back to life? I mean, not Rebecca, but like, would that be something that someone else would be at least postulating about?
You would either ask
sounds
Virgil
more like
Moss.
I bought a vase, I smashed the vase intentionally, give me my money back. It's not really how it works.
Until you complain enough, and then they do give you.
Yeah, something either Sophia from Right might be able to try to find out, or you would ask Virgil Moss. But
He's another hour and a half away as the old fucker walks really slowly.
let's say an hour away at this point.
Oh, exciting.
Damn, you made 30 minutes.
Damn. It'll
Full
be a
Deer must be
whole
helping you out.
4 hours before they're back.
Yep.
I mean, Virgil Moss can speed the way back.
Yeah, Virgil's gonna leave us.
Just
She was
leave
just
the
like, I
old
gotta
kids
fucking
in
go.
the hot spring. The old people and the kids.
Yeah, pretty
Who the
much.
hell are all of you?
Turn into fog, sweep down, and reform or something.
Well, who can stay with until we sort everything out? Assuming, I mean, I'm assuming this isn't going to be sorted out in a day.
Like, not maybe.
He could stay with the missionaries, but that's a bad
No,
idea.
that's not a good idea.
You can stay with the people who are most ready and who are most eager to kill him, but that's probably also not a great
It
idea.
may be best if he stays at the Elder Hall for now. It would be potentially.
And as you guys
We can
are
bring in a couple
talking,
clots.
there's another
What the fuck?
at the door. This is more demanding.
Come
Rebecca
in.
will open the door.
You open the door to see Antonio Clark, the merchant mayor of the town.
Yep.
His face grave.
Oh, good, you're here.
What's happened?
Fintry
I have received another news of another person missing. On
Besides,
Was it my daughter?
on
Because she
top
does
of
that.
on top of on top of Rike.
Bad parents.
Zora Felgenhauer is gone.
Who the
Who's
fuck
that?
is
Where's
Zora
the doc?
Felgenhauer?
Who's Mabel? What?
What?
Loud.
oh, I'm sorry. Did you just go off Rike's mother too?
Wait, that's his. Oh, that is his mother.
Yes!
Oh well.
The Felgenhauers are one of my family's made.
That's
well,
funny.
shit.
You can tell the Felgenhauers. These are those with the German last
Well, that
name.
would also explain why Antonio has interest if he was like connected to the family somehow.
Also, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
I occasionally get much louder than I should.
I understand that.
Guard,
Volume
mother.
moderation.
Oh,
is tricky at
patrols. That
times.
makes sense.
I didn't. Who's that? Wait, would he be okay? Would Kalen be visible from the entryway?
I was going to say Findry moved
Brett
like
moved him
block
over to,
the entryway with her body.
somewhere,
I mean, also,
you can
Rebecca
hear
is the one answering the
fire, so-
door.
And Rebecca's like
You can
standing.
only see, like,
Okay,
she
fair.
doesn't open the door all the way. She's opening the door
Okay,
enough
fair
to
enough.
see through so she can kill the person on the other side of the door.
Okay.
She's not
Basically,
friendly.
Rebecca's like, what is it? And then Findry has also moved into place to like shield the two
just
people.
be glad
Just
she didn't
awesome.
shining her
Yeah.
way into the room to introduce
Shielding-
to ask what's up.
Shielding one, her kid,
What's up,
and two, the
motherfucker?
person who's in a very bad mental state right now.
Yep.
Okay, so Antonio would say, we need to have a meeting to arrange search parties. Could you
Who are we
let me
looking
in, please?
Rebecca, back off.
Who are we looking for again? There was a name going on, but I gotta say
Rike
right.
and Zora.
Zora.
Both of the Felgenhauers?
There's a third Falconhauer.
I'm aware of that, yes.
He's the one who put out the alarm
Ah,
about Zora.
guard.
Yeah, Theres.
Wait, is that Rike's mom then?
Zora is Rike's mother. Theres is Rike's father.
Antonio has been asked
Theres
to
is
let
Rike's father.
Yeah.
And
should
you're
not show him.
Well, there's no way we can
Doesn't
hide him.
Their
I don't know. We can take him to a back room.
Or
Is this a one?
It's a one-room building.
oh,
We can throw
There
it out the
actually is
window.
family that you play.
Yeah, another character that clicked, yes.
All right, let him in.
This place is rather crowded.
It's been a busy day.
It's
Yes.
been an eventful morning.
There's going to be a lot of gossip.
More eventful than a person missing.
Somewhere Emma sneezes.
A
Well,
dead person
2 people
returning?
missing.
Yes.
Okay,
Pardon
that's
me?
one way to break the news.
Well, 2 people missing.
We may as well tell him his entire family's dead.
He's
No,
not
we're
related
not
to
gonna
them.
do that.
Yeah.
Not him. The
Oh yeah, you're right.
just when the time comes, hope it's not Rebecca who's doing it. What you got to do it, she'll do it at some point.
Shepherdson has returned today.
You mean that someone returned the body?
No. He walked in here.
This would be
Alive.
funnier if we hadn't left.
We believe
Yeah, these scenes would
And
be
then
funnier if the
follow.
comedy relief didn't climb up a mountain.
we believe
I was just
that
picturing
the-
Emma going. Emma
is-
like response.
I have to see this.
On the plus side, no one needs to take those shit.
Just like step slightly aside, and it's just the possum.
Okay, we're gonna show you. It's gonna be scary.
Get
You
people-
look at the possum.
He's a bit confused by his situation.
You're just staring
He's
at
not able
Antonio,
to
by the
answer
way.
questions easily.
That's Caleb. I'm not asking. That's Caleb.
That is Caleb.
Right.
Though he does not have
Someone
He's hurt right now, though.
get Virgil. We need Virgil.
We have
They already went.
I mean, you could probably send anyone else and they would probably get there first.
Owen Henderson and Emma went to go to the mountain and get him.
And also
Why were they sent?
They wanted to go.
I
You
also
can't
said
stop them. They're
whatever
old and
name
stubborn.
slightly younger person as
Why
well.
were they?
Oh, okay. So honestly, they probably heading down the mountain as well as the younger person got there and is heading back. And the 2 old people turned around. And
Yeah.
the other way.
Alright.
And somebody else was probably said too.
Or maybe the old people were told to keep on going up to rest their bones in the hot springs and like to watch over the kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
Virgil's replacement.
So those 2 leave a bunch of teenagers on super.
Hello.
Basically,
They'll get into
the
trouble.
young
Where
girl
are
that was
you,
sent up was sent to.
I'm
make sure
literally
that
your
Virgil got the
grandchild.
message, and
Do
the
you
two-
know that?
Two
And
elders
does
also
he
got
know?
up to
Like,
the hot
do they know they're
springs.
related?
Kaz absolutely
That
knows.
the elders
Henderson
stayed up the
It's
hot
up in the
springs.
air.
And
Is it one of those things
basically
where she thinks it's
acted
great and
as
exciting
Virgil.
that she has a weird grandpa, or that she's horrified?
Yes. Depends on the day.
She probably does not enjoy him.
Okay.
However, he is absurdly easy to sneak away from So she does enjoy being watched in his care because he will not notice.
Oh, these kids are gonna.
So I guess then Virgil will be showing up real soon, if not now.
You're just like staring down at Antonio.
Another fucking knock.
Another
on
knock.
his door.
Busy day in the Elder's Hall.
Can I
This
help
is
you?
probably a room
I'll
the
just-
size of this like fucking whiteboard
I'll just
area,
set
and
a-
there
I'll
are
just set a
20
stone
people
in
in
the
it.
doorway.
It's just stock
Did
for
this
us to
kid-
gossip every day.
Is this kid supposed to be here?
I'll just set a stone in the
I was
doorway.
invited, unlike you.
Alright.
I have a
Set the stone
possum.
in
What
the
did you
doorway and
bring?
prop it open for when Virgil arrives.
Money?
They give.
Okay.
I assume the people who came here to settle their dispute over goats have left, or are they still also
No,
here?
I assume they left because they're plot irrelevance. And that cramp of the
We
space.
shoved them out.
I assume that they left, but they also know what happened on some level. Like they know the basics.
They're
Leaving
the
the
rumor.
man-
I mean, they were there. When
Their debate is
Shepard
on
said
hold
just
until we determine
showed up.
if the guy is alive to claim his goats or not.
Yeah.
And if he
Yeah.
fills out his will, because if he didn't leave himself as his sole inheritor, it doesn't count.
That's. Yeah. Does that mean I
You should leave
So-
me your
myself
goats
in
and
my will?
sheep.
In the case that anyone claiming to be
I'll
my
have you-
resurrected body comes up, that's probably me.
Oh.
Asking this question, and so do we.
Oh my god, he's gonna put worm in his will.
I have to. The only goat I have is Tam Tam. The rest are my dad's.
Aw. You should leave me Tam Tam.
No, Tam Tam's mine.
No, all your animals.
I'll let you see Tam Tam. You let me see Worm.
I did let you see Worm. You should let me see Tam Tam.
I will.
Okay.
Tam Tam's alive, probably, possibly.
Tam Tam's old, but
Okay,
Yeah,
Tam
Tam
this
is
kid,
old.
Tam Tam's dead as fuck. This kid is probably 12. This is a 40-year-old man. That dog would have had to live for over 30 years.
I
This
don't
is
know
like
how
the
long
third
goats.
Tam
It's a
Tam. Oh, it's a goat?
Yeah.
Goats don't live that long either. Tam
Okay, I
Tam,
need to look up goat
average
lifespan
life
now.
expectancy of a
30.
goat.
Horses live longer than I thought. My
Yeah,
friend saw her
big
child with a horse
animals
over the
live
summer.
long. Or small animals live short.
And we live.
15 to 18
Wait.
years.
Yeah,
Does that mean my lifespan
Yeah.
is short?
My goat died
not
at
in a
at
substantial
least
scale.
5 years ago.
Yeah,
Best
okay.
case.
Best case, the
They
goat is very bad.
Have been reported to live up to 24.
Still.
However,
Still
the
would
goat
be
is
dead.
probably
There can be a
dead.
Tam Tam too.
Tam Tam
There's-
Tam too.
It's Tam Tam
Tam
4
Tam
at this
too.
point.
There's how long can we make this goat survive, and then there's we live up on a mountain that's constantly snowing, and we eat the goats occasionally.
And there's this is a
Tam
fantasy
Tam
world and nothing's
too.
real.
I mean, I'm sure Wilhelmina has some old ass goats.
Well, yeah, but she doesn't have fucking
How
goats.
Romina is? Yeah.
Tam Tam.
Wilhelmina,
too.
oh, for context,
Electric
Wilhelmina is
boogaloo.
hundreds of years old.
But
Oh,
she's ancient.
yeah.
Okay. Older than old man.
And
Henry?
all
Yeah.
of her
Yes.
goats have
They have
been like
people over.
morphed with like monsters.
She's made monster goats.
So what I'm hearing is she's a badass.
Yeah.
What you're hearing is
Also
her and
doesn't go to
Oldman
town
have
much.
have beef.
Yeah, she started the rumors about Sophie. And no one else did that.
And you started the
definitely.
rumors about Lily.
No,
Okay, so
I started the rumors about Sophie wanting dick.
Come in.
It's open.
There's a rock in the doorway.
This door doesn't even lock.
it takes it out of me going down the mountain that fast.
You're so old.
And Virgil Moss
You're all right.
is skinnier than you've ever seen him.
Old.
I think Uman is immediately cold too.
Soup.
Thank you, sir. It takes the tea.
5.
4 or 5 bowls, who knows?
Brett is
Get your nutrients. You'll grow up big and strong.
I'm getting it.
Meanwhile, I can't even eat a bowl of soup anymore.
so many of my memories are now tied up there in the mountain. I bless myself down here.
You bless yourself down here?
There's less
I'm-
of him here.
That doesn't make sense. All of you here's right now.
It's
Sadly
usually
not,
together.
my child.
I'm not your child.
Yes, you are. I fucked your mom.
I'm your dad.
No.
What do you?
That's a bad time to
He
tell
goes,
you.
walks back to the door, goes, repeats the motion of knocking on empty air,
Yeah.
and then walks back into the building again.
Your mind's not focused.
Need to set up some precedent.
Precedent for what?
My existence in this location.
Welcome in. Please come inside. Please enjoy some tea.
Please enjoy the 3-foot circle of space you guys have in this room.
Yep.
What's all the commotion about? I've heard.
A person playing with the box.
I think Brett will probably try and relay the main points of this series of events.
You nod along,
like a
while
military
looking
report.
from a distance at Shepherdson.
He knows who Mabel is.
By the cold state, jeez. Oh,
I think this, at the very least, Sophia says.
Lord,
this is
protect us
actually
from these
quite
ice
nice.
zombies.
he's not supposed to be here.
Wow,
We are
that's a
well
wild
aware
deduction,
he's aware of
Virgil.
that.
He just
So who brought him
He's
in?
processing.
He walked
He
in.
walked
You.
in.
No, what I mean is, who
It's
brought
fun
him
because
in?
you would say these.
This one.
Yes.
We don't know.
We aren't certain. We're suspecting this Maple, who
It's only one of his
was
family members that we
missing.
don't know.
Y'all need to take a seat.
Not
Fuck.
confirmed.
No.
Rike is missing now.
Rike is missing, and so is Rike's mother.
Yes, that person, Zora.
Oh no. No, no, I wouldn't. How many? Oh,
Two we know of are missing.
the
It's not-
festival is still going on tonight.
What? The one for the
Yes.
other kids that were allowed
Yes.
at the mountain?
No,
The kids that were allowed to participate.
Think of it this way: they have to spend the rest of the festival up here on the Borwick Mountain,
Oh,
and
no.
you get to attend all of the games.
They
and
get to
such.
stay in the hot spring all day.
This is going to be a problem. If news gets out
I get to find
about these missing people, well, so many foreigners are around, something's going to happen.
Maybe
Virgil,
a
look
little
at
too
how many
late for
people
that.
are already in here.
I
It's already out.
also
I would not be surprised if
Also,
the town knows why.
roughly
I
half
believe
the
on their
rumors
way
were that
up to
zombies
get
are
you,
attacking.
Emma made sure to tell a
I
couple
imagine
of people
people
to
just
start
dis-
spreading the
Actually,
word
wait, no,
about
that's
certain
genius.
events.
And then-
Everyone discounts these rumors out of hand.
That's true, actually.
Because Old Man Henderson spreads so much misinformation.
There's another third that's just about Sophie being weird again.
Yep, pretty much.
They have to.
Summertime chill.
It's Sophie. She wants to.
This is not going to go well.
Do you know what we need to do?
Virgil.
What is he missing?
What?
He's
What?
he seems
Shepherdson, what
he
is he
seems
missing?
to be missing his
Maple.
memories of any of his life,
The
presumably.
past years between X date and X
He's-
date.
He seems to believe he is his child self. Presumably
remembered
before
being
the
the
incident.
But before he passed out, he remembered that he had a flaw. And now he doesn't.
Ugh.
Now he just remembers him.
Yeah.
That's actually very smart. Thinking about that.
I think I might be able to help in this area, actually.
Wow, the memory ghost can assist with this man's memory. Whoa!
So, also question. Who has Steam Ice contracts in town? Do you know?
Steam ice.
That yes.
Hot ice.
Hi. Yes, that one.
No.
The one that can bring people back? Supposedly? That's what Sophia said.
Yes. She would. That does make sense.
Does anybody have those?
No.
Those
Nobody
are-
does.
You're making this a hard mystery to answer.
Hot ice is a very theoretical concept from the little I know of theology, personally.
It hasn't been pursued actively for years now. I've made sure that myself.
Well, Virgil, I'm sorry to say, I think you're not doing a very good job.
One tries their best. You can't stop spirits from accessing an area. Only, well, only Father Sap could do that.
Yeah, but you're up on a mountain all the time, so you don't even talk to people about what the spirits they've been talking to is.
When was the last time that you spoke with Mabel?
Are you talking to Kalen Shepard now?
No. The dude, the misty dude.
Oh,
Moss?
Virgil?
Yes.
2 days ago.
I was around for her birth, and that's probably about it.
Wow, you're so old.
Yes.
Not wrong.
You're like as old as the mountain.
No, not quite there yet.
Okay.
I would probably exist only in memory at that point. Though,
I mean, isn't
maybe
that
still
where
not.
everybody exists, though?
Right, you are.
I can
I'm
only
smart.
handle so much existential vulnerability.
This child needs to stop.
You trust statement.
Could
I'm
someone
smart.
else interview this person ask questions besides the child?
Is there
We're all
a
too
picture
not active.
of something around to
Yeah, you're
entertain?
distant. I don't like Virgil.
I hate
I can
it.
entertain
Yeah, I
you.
don't
All
believe
right,
in this religion.
Kaylin, this is
I
my
believe
journal.
it. I just hate them all.
I believe
Just
it's like
start leading
satanic,
through and
essentially.
explaining everything.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
beef with
Let's-
these people.
Yes.
Let those
He'd been very invested.
Would your
And this is
character
the
on
bug
the
from
mountain
when I,
have mentioned the story
went
of
into the
woman
woods and
to
found a bug?
the old people?
All right. Roll sway.
Oh
No, just in case he actually drops any important information during the journal chat.
no! All right.
I think probably,
I do
yeah.
have
I think it's gonna
perpetual
get around.
disadvantage on it.
Especially since Aya doesn't want people to think
Alright.
that she didn't get anything.
Okay, so we'll see that back button. for now.
7, 7, 3, 10. No.
Okay. Why I asked about someone bringing it back is no one, and I mean no one, can claw their way back from death on their own.
Unless they have a dog with them.
someone
You're
has
not
to.
human.
Someone has to.
Banned.
Someone has to open the door.
I'm sorry, that's the annoying shit character. They get it.
They have to make the exchange. Every use of power in this world has a cost. We are all well familiar with this. More than some.
Brett probably winces at that.
Power to go so strongly against the tides of nature, well, that has a cost on an entirely different scale.
We've got an issue. Major issue.
And it requires someone with a very intense and intimate resonance with something that, well, for all my years, doesn't exist in this material world. Some people, it is a common misnomer that all spirits are manifestations of this world. Though some, I have heard, in lowlander philosophy, have said that spirits are not manifestations of the world. They are the pure expression of this world, of the spiritual world, which our world is only a reflection of. It is a sort of inversion in mind. Either way, have you ever touched ice and been truly burned? And not just the chill that overcomes you upon touching something particularly cold. No, I mean you touch straw to this ice and it catches the light. No, that would be ridiculous. There are spirits which can only come and touch this world through the conduit of the minds of people. There are spirits so strange that no physical manifestation in our world in any possible configuration could allow their crossing. But the dreams of men are stranger still. And through those, well, ice may burn, flowers may grow down into the earth, sight might produce unknowing, dreams can beget life. It takes a lot for someone to gain a contract of hot ice, and I've done some regrettable things to try to keep that from happening again.
Again?
It's ancient history. My predecessor dealt with the last occurrence. It's an old thing. Some distasteful things were done to try to forcibly form contracts with hot ice that I shall not speak of under any duress.
But such things can be prevented and fought against.
Well, if you... With most spirit manifestations, only Grandfather Sack could stop their manifestation on the mountain. But for spirits of the mind, well, if the very concepts that allow parity with the spirits are unknown, then they do not appear. Of course, you cannot stop an idea from appearing in someone's head. You can just remove the pages of a book. Change it.
I'm not here.
Change a history by a few words. Change the telling of an old tale by a stanza or two. No real harm. Well, though it is sad to see this knowledge go, it is worth it in the end. The price paid by the practitioners of hot ice is never worth it. Never.
The thing I'm worried about is that there may be a practitioner that you don't know about. Because if you do not know about some of the events that's happened here, you could very well have easily missed it.
That is what I'm concerned of as well. I hope that Kaylin simply walked down the slope of Mount Ephraimata with some unknown person. Though I fear it is the former.
Considering the fact that I don't think there is anyone in this village who would have actively gone to Mount Ephraimata for him, it is likely. Especially from what some of my brothers have said, the number of creatures that have been coming back that are not alive. Do you remember what the kids said about the dogs?
There were... I think Nora would speak up and describe the, overly frostbitten dogs and the, those things should not have been able to move, much less even been anything close to alive.
I should hope those are simply monsters. But I fear, with the other appearances, that is not the case.
Question, did Rike follow them, or did he get dragged by them?
The dog attempted to bite him. He attempted to calm it. It lashed onto his sleeve, and he decided to follow where it was trying to pull him. We lost track of him and then could not find him again.
Hydra has a map of that.
Yes, we...
It led to the grave.
And
We have
It does sound like right to follow an animal.
There is somewhere. There's a few things we need to do. We need to learn who knew the Shepherdsons the best, so we can get a picture of what may have happened. I will walk the streets for next week, but after that I must return to my abode, or I will fade further. And it should be harder for me to come down again for potentially years if I do not return in that week.
That is fair.
understandable.
Beyond that, well, I need some people to come with me back to the Shepherdsons' farmhouse.
You stole both of the other characters.
What? Oh, you did you were the entire family.
Well, except for the father, but I had.
I didn't realize I was a player character. I can reckon on that.
I find that funny though, just because Zora was originally the one that I was going to play, but then I decided that I liked Rike better, so Rike was the one that I went with instead. But I find it funny that both of them are the ones who just managed.
Well, you never played Zora. You can use those stats and abilities for a new character.
I'm aware. I just
threatened of she's dead. Don't leave it be.
I just find it funny though. So just
Finding who knew the Shepherdsons best. Probably ask them about the history of the incident and perhaps any.
And I
clues
shall
to
work with Kaylin on his memory.
yes.
Is there anything we can do for attempting to find our missing people?
I am not. I shall leave that to Antonio for the matters of organizing search parties. He is well versed in the modern structure of the town. I am less
Clearly
grounded.
not.
Well, call on me if you have any questions. But for now, I think I shall stay with Caleb. And in 3 days' time, I will go with whatever party is gathered to once again visit the Shepherdsons' place of residence. Any questions?
Not at this time, but do be gentle with Callum. He's
I'm aware.
He's also had 2 panic attacks already since he woke up. Don't make it a third.
Yeah, that was Sophie.
No, Kaylin too.
There have been a lot of
Kaylin
panic
had
attacks to
2
go
freaks.
around.
The initial one, and then where's Mabel?
And then he panicked.
The panic
That,
attack hall.
Okay. It's 9 o'clock. I think that's a good place to end the session. We got direction for the next session established.
It's 9 o'clock, but okay.
That's what I said.
That's
Would
literally what
everyone
Ellie
like to
said.
say goodbye to
Right,
Obs before I shut down the recording?
Bye.
Obs?
Obs. Yeah, it's Obs.
Who's Obs?
My recording sessions
Oh.
program. It's Obs.
Oh, we can do
yes.
EXP.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
We'd have to record that.
You,
Yep.
EXP.
Bye-bye!